What is up, everybody? I appreciate y'all for being here tonight. I'm really looking forward to this one. I think the comments, if nothing else, are going to be going off. It's going to be a lot, a lot of fun going on down there, I'm sure. But yeah, you guys probably all know this guy and love him as much as I do. If not, you are in for a treat. I know him literally from like Billy's comments in his lives. And he's just hilarious. Everybody's always in there just kind of busting his balls, and he never seems to catch a break at all. And I quickly realized that was kind of part of his branding. So anyways, like I said, you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's get him in here and get this night started. If I can find the button. Where's the button? Hey, there he is.
Oh, hey, sorry. Start there.
And for the record, guys, that is not a joke. He actually has just been basically giving me the finger. I've been trying to get him to talk, and he's just like, he just keeps going right back in with it. So these are the first words I've actually heard him utter in 15 minutes. So,
that's right, man.
Chad, welcome in, man. I appreciate you, brother.
No, thanks for having me, man.
No, yeah, absolutely, my pleasure.
Good stuff. What's going on?
Oh, I was asking you earlier. So you said you had kind of an interesting day. I guess we could start there.
Dude. All right. Yeah. So I teach from home. That's never really interesting. But so I also do jujitsu and stuff and like some MMA stuff. And so like my friends there, like their daughter and my daughter are like BFFs.
Yeah.
Right. So I get it, and we were over there watching the fights Saturday night, and then she slept over. So then I went back over, Sunday. Well, I get a text today, like, hey, just want to let you know, Mia has COVID. She tested positive for COVID. I'm like, I'm like, okay. So, yeah, we did the whole swab. Her and I went and got the swab, the rapid test. We're both negative, but I don't even know what that means. Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah.
Because you could be, whatever, asymptomatic and stuff and still have it. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so that's when that happened. I'm like,
man.
all right, like, so, I don't know. So I'm telling her, I'm like, we might have to just hang out all weekend and stuff because I'm divorced, and then it's like not my weekend to have the kids. I'm like, you might have to
so that's complicated. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. So who knows what's going to happen?
What a mess, man.
Yeah, man. I was like, damn. Yeah, because sometimes you don't even think about it. You wear your mask, you do this, you do that, but then it's like,
it's easy to forget day to day that this is stuff that's still going on, and.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. So that was a little nuts.
It definitely is that. Yikes, man. Well, now I understand. You were saying it was just kind of a rough one, so I hear you on that.
It's all good, though.
Well, I was telling everybody, so you're kind of famous at this point for EAD, Chad. Everybody tell Chad EAD, and that was like literally the first thing that I got to. And so I'm like, all right, who's this freaking Chad guy? Because I'm like looking for Chad in the comments. I'm trying to figure out who they're talking to because I keep seeing Richie's Recessives, and I'm like, well, that's fucking Richie, but that's not, But anyways, that was like my first, introduction. And then I kind of put two and two together pretty quick, and it was kind of all downhill from there. I think I caught you on Antoine's live, and I was like, I freaking like this guy. Like you were talking about the jiu-jitsu stuff and all that, and we'll dive into that, but. Yeah, man, just kind of give me a little background on you, like how did you get into reptiles? Because that's obviously kind of what brought us together. And
I don't know, 5 years ago maybe it was like I think it was 2015. I'm like, what should I get my son for Christmas? And it was all right. So back up. So it was kind of like for his birthday and Christmas because his birthday is right like a week before Christmas.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, my kids are December 17th and then January 3rd and January 9th. So.
Oh, man.
That's they totally get screwed out of presents. I mean, like they do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe they don't.
By necessity at some point.
Yeah. So I got him a ball python, just the normal freaking Petco special,
Yeah.
And ended up being a female. And, got some after that. And then, I don't know, you do what everyone does. Like you buy males because I never thought of breeding them.
Yeah,
I never thought.
Most of us start out literally like, I want a pet, and then you get like the normal or whatever, and then you find out that there's all these other things, and you're like, oh man, and it's like, they're like, I don't know, man, it's like pieces of candy, It's like, and you can just collect them all, like different colors and shapes, and
you just keep going. You know what I mean? So then. And I'm like, what? I'm going to look into the people talking about breeding. I think it'd be kind of cool, like a little experiment in your house.
Sure.
I was living in an apartment at the time. I had like a closet that was like the fucking snake room.
Yeah,
So it was
that's
like
dude.
it was
I had the
great. It was
same. I had
perfect,
the
man.
same setup,
It was
literally,
perfect. It was perfect.
like
So
a
I did the
tiny,
whole.
like too small closet.
Yeah, but it was kind of perfect for the
Right,
size of it. You know what I mean? Like
right.
I
You
can
can fit.
fit.
Do you have a rack right away, or
No, I just have. I don't even have a rack now. I just do homemade
okay?
shit. Yeah, and head in there and I'm like, you know what, man? How hard can this be? Like, I just hear you put two, female and male together, and
Yeah,
what happens. So I kind of did that. I'm like, oh shit, and like I got eggs, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna let her sit on them. I'm gonna like maternal incubation. I'm like, yeah, that's cool with that. And then in the meantime, another one laid eggs, but she laid them in when I was at work, and she knocked over a water bowl. And
yeah.
they sat in water, like she didn't wrap and stuff like that. I'm like, so I come home to eggs. I'm like, what is that funky smell? And I pulled it out, and these eggs were like filled up with water. You know what I mean? And just
Oh
nasty.
man, that's
Yep.
brutal.
Yeah, so she must have laid like, who knows, like 9 in the morning. You don't get home till 3, so it's
Yeah,
6 hours in there. Just
yeah. And I mean, we
I
don't
couldn't
all
believe it.
every day check our snakes. It's possible. They could have been there from the day before. So I mean, who knows?
Oh, I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it. But whatever. And then
It happens.
yeah, I just you mess up after mess up. I was like 0 for 17 for my first 17 eggs. Like first 3 clutches, I messed
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Any which way possible. Like I pulled them too early for the mom maternal incubating them, and then they just went bad. Like they weren't formed and stuff like that, so I didn't
yeah.
know. And then I messed up the freaking egg box to incubate them.
Hmm.
I added more. I didn't trust the measurements. I added more water,
Yeah,
and then they got wet, condensation, no veins. They were done, and then there was one left in there, and I didn't know what was wrong. I just thought the eggs went bad.
right.
So I put that. I'm like, all right, I have one egg left. Put all that stuff back in the incubator, and then 2 days later, that one's bad.
Oh
I didn't even
damn!
know
'Cause you
until
didn't
like 2 weeks
realize
later.
that
I
it was
freaking looked
because
it up.
of it
Like,
being too wet. Yeah.
yep. So you don't know what
Damn,
you don't
man.
know until you know.
Well, and that's just it. Yeah. So what year was this roughly? That
Oh,
all
that
this
was
kind of
like
initial stuff was
That
going
was
on.
last year. Like,
Okay. Yeah. No.
yeah,
I didn't know.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like I got my first successful clutch in May. So, but I would have had a nice little clutch of. So that turned out to be Motley in that clutch.
Oh
So I had some
man.
Motley Clowns and stuff. So that dad, who I think is the Motley Clown, he sired the Champagne Fire. So I could have Champagne Fire. Motley had clowns,
Man.
laying around too. So I don't know Motley doesn't
I've been
have
hearing a lot
champagne.
more talk about that Motley stuff, man. And I was not real familiar. I mean, still not like super familiar with it. I've seen some.
Yeah,
I know it can be kind of subtle, like in pictures I've heard, and things like that. But I know there's a lot of people that are kind of excited about what it's going to
yeah,
be.
yeah. David Zaros or Art Zaros, I don't even know what he goes by. He has some awesome stuff. But it's crazy. He'll put pictures up on Instagram, and there's no description, no nothing. He'll just put pictures up.
That stuff drives me nuts, man.
Yeah.
I really, really can't stand that shit because it's like, it doesn't matter what I'm looking at or how cool it is. If I don't know what it is, like you're literally posting it for no reason. Because I now care less than zero about anything you have going on. Because I'm like, even if I wanted to buy that animal, I don't even know what it is. It's fucking
He
frustrating.
has some funky stuff, man. And so I concluded through like my stuff and learning so I had to do homework because I got this clutch. I had some like pastel clowns and stuff like that. I didn't know there was Motley in it. So
Yeah, because so is that the clutch that I have the picture of on the
yes,
thumbnail? Yeah,
yeah.
because that clutch looks crazy. Like,
It
and
is.
that's what I couldn't figure out. I was like, there's more going on there, right? Like, because I think you just had like pastel clown or something listed on,
Yeah.
right, or on
Yep.
like one of the pictures that I saw.
Yep.
And that thing is nuts.
Yeah.
For anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, seriously, I think I put the link down there for Chad's Instagram. Check out that freaking visual clown that he has on his page because it's wild looking. Like even if you have to jump off the stream for a second, come
And
back.
he's
find
about to
things.
be.
You need to see that snake. It's crazy.
He's gonna be able to breed soon too.
Yeah, that's exciting, man. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really, really, really pretty.
Yeah,
So now we think that's literally just a pastel Motley clown.
I think it's a firefly.
Okay,
Motley
with
clown.
fire.
Yeah.
Still though.
So yeah, even the mom was kind of misidentified. she was just a pastel het clown, and I had just a clown male.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'd say you lucked out on all of that.
Oh my God, yeah! I went back to both of them and stuff like that, and then Randy from Dark Cloud, he helped a little bit.
That's what I was gonna ask. I didn't catch it if you did say who produced those animals.
No, so Matt Matera from MM Royals. That's
Okay.
where I got the dad from.
Okay.
I got the sire from him, and then I got the female from Hudson Valley Herps, Ashley, up there. So it's a cool backstory about hers. So I contacted her, and I said, "Hey, what do you know about like the mom that you sold me?" And she was like, "Well, no, I just pastel her clown." Blah, blah. I said, "Well, is there any possibility that she's anything else? Because I have these crazy babies here." And she's like, "Well, yes, because we took it over from a college herp club." And they just bred stuff together. They didn't like have it organized, nothing like that. So if you want something that could be funky or a lot more than what you see, buy from Hudson Valley herpetology stuff, whatever. Yeah. So and then she hatched out some funky stuff. So I'm thinking it's from the male because Randy said like you have the sire is a motley clown. Like I sent pictures of him. Like people told me who to contact. Contact Zeros and stuff, and he had some cool stuff. But so the way I think Molly interacts, like there's kind of like 2 or 3 ways it can kind of interact. But the cool thing is it can interact like with different babies different ways. I mean, so the same clutch could have different. Yeah,
well, that was the first thing I noticed about that clutch was I was like, for the pairing that you're talking about, I'm like, the whole clutch looks crazy. Like none of them look the same. Like.
Yeah, there's like a granite side and then an enhancer side, and but it can come out like, I could use my male and babies can come out granite type and enhancer type. So we'll see, man. I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff with it and see where it goes. Worst case, I have some cool looking, funky looking.
That's
animals.
One of those things, that you're gonna have to just play with for a little while, just based on the fact that you can't really say what's going on just from the first time around, but those are exciting projects, man. Because even if it's not something like, oh, you got some new gene, like it's like a combo I've never freaking seen anything like that before.
Yeah, it does some really cool stuff.
Even and it's got clown in it already, which is amazing. Those are also the best projects,
Yeah, I know, man. And Ultramel,
Yeah, I like that Ultramel stuff, and I'm really like, dude. The more I think about it, the more I really am excited about this Krypton allelic stuff.
Yeah, are you getting into that, or you have it?
So I was supposed to go down this weekend and actually drive and pick one up. My car broke down today, so I got to see if I can fix it, before the weekend and drive it all the way to Georgia. But the snake's bought and paid for. It's so close. It was like, it's like a 3-hour drive down there, and I'm like,
Georgia to who?
Shit, who is it again?
All right, so it's
Dreamweaver.
What's that?
Dreamweaver, not Kabilka.
I was gonna be like,
if
you'd be like, what's his name again?
But no, I'm not.
Jimmy,
I'm not that good of an actor. That's a name I would remember. And matter of fact, I'll tell you, and I'll say this publicly, and I can't believe I'm even gonna say this. The guy that I'm getting this snake from, like, dude, it popped up on Morph Market. Like, to me, it was the first time I'd seen it, and maybe it was just because the price range is not a price range I usually even look at.
Yeah.
But there was an animal that I was originally looking at. It was $1,000, and it was a Krypton het Ultramel. So it's just a triple het. Like, should be a normal, but it looks Krypton. Pretty snake, and like that's a pretty reasonable price for any 2 gene het, even if one of those isn't clowns. Because what I was originally looking for was a het clown het Ultramel. That's it. That's all I wanted. And that thing popped up, and I'm like, that's a pretty good price, because Marshall Mendez has them double hets for like $750 for double het females, which isn't terrible. But I'm like, for $250 more, I also get het cryptic in there. So I was, really debating on pulling the trigger. This was a few days after Justin posted that video with his Krypton Mojave Krypton Ultramels and like Mojave Redhead or Red Stripe. Krypton Ultramels and Ultra Clowns and all that shit. Like, that crazy video that he just dropped with all those Ultramel combos. This was like less than a week after that came out, and I see Krypton in het Ultramel, so I'm like, all right, that's pretty cheap, and I was pretty well ready to buy the damn snake right away. And then I started looking at the guys, the rest of the stuff, and I realized he's got not only a Krypton het ultramel, he's got a what is it? Mojave leopard.
Oh damn.
Krypton het ultramel.
Man, oh man.
So 4 genes plus het ultra, because you got Mojave leopard, het clown, het cryptic, het ultramel.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, and it's double the price. It was $2,000. And I'm comfortable with saying that, I guess, if he cares. I mean, anybody can look it up on Morph Market, so I don't really think it matters. But yeah, it was a $2,000 animal, and that's the most I've spent on one snake to date. But the fact that Kabilka just produced those snakes and he doesn't have any of them listed on Morph Market that I can see tells me that's probably a worthwhile investment. But anyways, where I started with all that, I had to actually call Justin about that animal before I bought it.
Yeah.
And I felt like a dickhead, because what I should have done is, before I was talking to this guy, and debating on buying this $2,000 snake, that, I was waiting on like getting some confirmation on who the guy even was. I should have reached out to Justin and been like, "Hey man, like, what can I get for $2,000?" Like,
right?
Because I've already done business with Justin, and a lot of times he does have stuff that he doesn't list. For people that he already knows are in. Like, that's how I got my male from him, and that's how I got the female that I have that's getting ready to give me eggs. But I felt like such a dickhead, bugging him, like, "Hey man, I need you to confirm, because the sire to this girl I bought allegedly had come from Justin."
Yeah.
And again, I'd never dealt with this guy before, and later on I had somebody, I set my Morph Market by price. I do a lot of times. It makes it easy on stuff where there's a lot of things listed, but...
Hell yeah.
Maybe, but what I normally do is I sort by price, what's the cheapest. I'm on the other end of the spectrum. But yeah, man, so I had to call Justin to confirm that he did in fact sell that male to this guy, and yeah, he did. He was able to confirm it for me, but Justin's a good dude. I do wish I could have spent the money with him instead, but I'm happy to buy from whoever, as long as they're legit. But anyways,
yeah, seriously, yeah, but hey,
those guys in Georgia, man. What do you think about these rumors that Miguel might be moving to Georgia?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear that. He's gonna leave the desert.
Yeah, man, that's what his Instagram's
swamps?
Spouting
Georgia?
about. You guys heard it here first. Miguel's moving to Georgia. I'm calling it.
Holy
he hadn't said
hell.
that, but I'm calling it.
So we need to watch like his post if he has any. What's that? The lights went out in Georgia. If he has any songs like that on there. You know what I mean?
If Devil went down to Georgia.
Yeah, that's
shit. I should have sent him. You know what? I'm sending him that on Instagram right now.
See what he says. Why would he move there? Just to be closer?
I have no idea. I just know like his Instagram today, or maybe it was his Facebook. He might not even post about it on Instagram, but he said something about how they're thinking about getting out of California or something in the comments, and then he said they were like house shopping on a trip. He and the whole family were on a plane today.
Yeah, dude. He might not be moving. He might just buy another house.
No. He made reference to moving, and in the comment section, and then there was like 15 people had guessed Georgia, because that's where Justin's at, and the thing is like, dude, the money that you're spending on a house in California, if you're an entrepreneur, especially like where you can work from anywhere in the U.S., kind of like with a lot of businesses all over, there's no reason to live in that state. Because dude, what you can get, even compared to Charlotte, like North Carolina, where I'm at, Georgia's dirt cheap.
Oh yeah.
So the kind of house that I know Miguel wants, like based on like some stuff he's shown before. He could probably get that today in the Georgia market for 20% of what it would be in Cali. But anyways, yeah, I didn't mean to go off on a random Miguel rant. It just was in my head.
No, he's a good dude, man. I like watching his stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. So how did you get to start talking with Antoine? Was like, is that somebody that you've known for a little while now, or was it just kind of random, like how I met him?
He told me we can't talk about it because of the disclosure of the money and the passing of the cash and stuff.
Okay.
After taxes, we can talk about it. No, I think it was like BJJ stuff. I don't even know how I saw. It was probably something through Billy's.
Yeah, that's right. That makes sense. That does make sense. Yeah, because you guys share that, and that's kind of why I was asking. Like, I was like, I wonder if like you guys knew each other before you even were into ball python stuff.
Nah, no. He just I don't even know how we ended up. Just like anything, I guess. Like, how do we end up talking? I mean, probably through one of the lives.
Yeah. Just through live streams and shit like that.
You do jiu-jitsu and stuff and blah blah and this and that. Yeah. So, but he's a beast. Yeah. He's like 260, and I'm a fat.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've seen enough pictures of him that he's not a small man.
No, he's not. Yeah, it's a even though jiu-jitsu is a small man's game, he's a brown belt. And I said,
Yeah.
like I was talking to people before about this, like if we fought, right? He and I fist fought,
Yeah.
I would have a shot because you have a
Right.
puncher's, yeah, you have a puncher's shot. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
chance. You know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
land one. If we rolled jujitsu 100 times, he would beat me 100 times because that's how jujitsu. Like you don't get lucky in jujitsu.
Yeah.
Like if you're like 1 month in and you're rolling with a purple belt or a blue belt, you're gonna get your ass kicked
Yeah.
continually. That's
Yeah.
it's just how it works, man. It's crazy how it works.
Everybody pays their dues, and I
You
I
have
think
to.
that's what's so cool about that community to me because I told you I look to get into it, and I've got medical issues that prevent it. I've got a crazy spinal fusion,
Yeah.
and but it just seems like there's such a respect amongst all you guys that do that, because of the fact, like Joe Rogan has said it before, like he's like, if you want to be humbled and like understand that you're not shit in this world, like go get punched in the face, like go to BJJ, like. And, because you will just lose, and you will have to accept very quickly that I am not shit.
Yeah, you don't know
until you get better.
Yeah, that's it. And you have to go through that. Like, there's no like fast track in jiu-jitsu.
And that's why I say, like, you guys just all have such a mutual respect and just such a great understanding, of people. And I think there's definitely like something, like, I don't know, there's something deep about that, of like really understanding like your place in line, essentially,
You totally do, man. And you come in and it's like I always think of the time, and this is like because I had done it and I took years off and I came back and started again, and and you no matter how good or bad you're always in bad shape when you start jiu-jitsu. I don't care if you come in and like you're a runner or this and that.
It levels the playing field. Yeah.
Totally different in shape. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it would help if I wasn't like eating cokes and drinking cokes and stuff all the time, like because I'm injured now. Like my shoulder's all jacked up. I might be going back soon, but just to drill. But so I'm rolling. I don't know. This is like maybe the second week I'm back, and you just kind of roll with different people. Like you're in class, and they might say, "All right, now boom, go find the person next to you. Do this, and all right, we're gonna roll for 2 minutes. Boom."
Yeah.
So I'm rolling with a girl who's about 112 pounds, right? And she is almost tapping me out left and right. Like I'm in survival mode the whole time.
And
I'm just like, fuck. I just want it to end. Like stop. I can't get tapped out by this little girl Amy. I can't do it. I can't do it. But she was close a couple times. Like you get like close to the arm bar and you fight your way out of it and you're just exhausted. And oh my god! Afterwards, I was just dead. I was just like you can't even you just roll off the mat. It's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Amazing.
So it's definitely humbling. It's definitely humbling, especially when you're good too. You're tip top, like your cardio's on. You think you're like, all right, I'm a purple belt now. Like I'm gonna do this and that.
Yeah.
And then you just run into someone who it's like butter, man, hot knife through butter, and you're tapping left and right. You're like, damn, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Sometimes I'll just go up there and I just want to get choked the hell out. I mean, you just want to get your ass kicked because you had a bad day. You're just like, fuck it, and it's a good place to be. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna get your ass kicked if you want to. So.
Yeah, like I said, I really do. I wish I could do it, man. I mean, I had my buddy owned a studio even, and he was like, dude, he's like, I would love to, but it was a newer business and insurance. He's like, my insurance literally would drop me if they found out I had somebody with all my stuff going on, like in there rolling around and getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, it's kind of like I think as I'm talking about, I'm thinking like, all right, you come into ball pythons and you're gonna breed, and you have a male and a female. You might have a normal and a normal somehow, and you breed them. I don't know. Like that's what you start with coming in. Yeah. Some people might come in with like a clown and a codom, and they're a little bit ahead of the game. But like you don't come in with like 100 snakes and all these different. No, you come in the bottom level
and knowing how to do everything on top of that.
Yeah. So that's cool.
No, for sure. Yeah, I'll tell you, man. That's what I've really enjoyed about this too, man. It's just like the last, like I'm 3 years in, almost 4 years in now, and it's like you're finally starting to kind of see like oh shit, like I have my own holdbacks now. Like that's like a weird thing that I hadn't really thought all the way through the other day. And so I was like, oh, like I'm about to get eggs from this snake that might have like the male that's gonna be my mail for next year.
Yeah.
Like that's that kind of thought.
Yeah, I might have it right here ready.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're already there. Like you've already produced like, and that's what I was saying earlier. It's exciting to have one of those projects, man, where like you are the one making the pieces for your shit. Like you know what I mean? That's so cool.
Yeah, because I have a spot nose girl, but I already I paired a lot of them, but I have like this next group coming in. I'm like, it's gonna be for that Firefly Motley, man. It's the clown.
Yeah, that's exciting. So you said you got a spot nose female. What other what all animals do you have there, whether they're breeding size or otherwise?
Oh man! All right, I actually brought my little notebook here.
For those that are asking, yes, I'm still drinking water. No, still dry January.
Aquafina. Hey, I don't even drink, man. It's crazy. I get. It's kind of
yeah. Somebody, it was actually really funny. My coworker yesterday, he was like, "So Zach," he's like, he's like, "You're almost done, man. Like, what are you thinking?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "It's about to be February. Like, dry January's over." I was like, "Oh," like I literally just hadn't even thought about it. And I was like, honestly, man, I was like, I mean, at this point, I was like, it's saving me a lot of money, and like I don't really miss waking up and not remembering when I went.
I was gonna say you probably feel better, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I sleep good. Like, everything's cool. So, yeah, I was like, I'm probably just going to roll into February and just see how long I can, but just, see how long I feel like, just not doing that. Yeah. We'll see. More money for snakes. But anyways, let's scroll through your list, if I can.
I got my pastel het clown, Firefly het clown. So she's gravid right now. I paired her with a GHI yellow belly het clown, so... Get some cool stuff there. I got a clown female that's getting up there in weight. I got a Trojan het pied that has a confirmed lock with a pied.
Trojan stuff is cool, man.
Dude, it's insane.
I don't think I've seen it in pied. I know Sal's getting excited down there in the comments.
No, I don't think there's anything done with it in pied yet. It's pretty new. It's crazy how I came across that one.
Got you've got some neat stuff going on over there, man.
It's
Trojan is one that. Another one that I've heard some whispers that a lot of people are kind of getting into, and then you've got Motley, so that's cool.
Dude, it's and the Trojan keeps getting better too. It does. It's not. It's it's getting more vivid. It's weird. Yeah, I didn't even know what it was at first. My buddy, Jim, who's the snake seller basement on Instagram. Yeah. He's kind of a mentor of mine, and he is my mentor, and I'm down in his basement one time, and we're talking snakes and stuff. And he's always showing me stuff. He's pulling stuff out. Hey, check this out, check this out. And so he pulls this out. I'm holding it. He's like, "What do you think of that?" That's pretty cool. And I'm new. I haven't bred anything, nothing, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. He's like, it's a Trojan het pie, blah blah blah, and boom, in one ear out the other. I don't even know what a Trojan is. You know what I mean? I'm thinking a fucking condom.
I couldn't describe one to you right now. I know that I've seen them, but I don't remember what the hell they looked like.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's like, do you want her? I'm like, what? He's like, you can have her, man. I'm like, dang, what are you talking about? I'm like, you can't give me a snake. He's like, no, man. He's like, just pay it forward. Sometimes someone, pay it forward, man. He's like, we got to know you real good, blah blah blah. It's like, I want to give you this snake.
That's amazing.
Like, dude, you don't come on. I'm not taking a snake. He's like, no, I want you to have it, man. I want you to have it. He's like, I don't really have plans for it. I'm like after a while, you start feeling like a jerk. Like, oh, I don't want your snake, So I'm like, oh, whatever. So I get home and I even ask him, like, hey, what kind is this again?
Yeah.
And you go right to Morph Market, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. I'm like, dude, you can't be giving me the snake. He's like, no, man, I want you. You gotta do some cool stuff with her, and just pay it forward someday. I'm like, all right. So it's a lot of responsibility, though, man. It's like,
yeah,
we gotta do it right. So
yeah, that's crazy, man. That's really exciting, though. That's a hell of a story. Man.
And she's that kind of snake, though, that gets up to breeding size and then will stop eating.
Yeah,
and she'll just keep doing that.
What was her last weight? Around what weight? Like that 1,000-gram wall?
She's like I got her up to 1,400 and stuff.
Yeah.
So then I wasn't gonna pair her.
Eating afterwards. I got you.
I wasn't gonna pair her.
Yeah.
And then I heard Billy's live that time saying about when the snakes are out in the jungle and shit, they don't go weigh each other. You're gonna be like, oh, how much do you weigh? He's like, when they're ready, they're ready. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a pod male in there with her.
Yeah, because if you know she's of age, that's the thing.
Yes, yeah, she is.
Because the reason people talk about the weights so much is, I think it was mostly to try to deter people from trying to breed a damn 1.5-year-old female that's 1,100 grams. You know, that's what really is the thing. But I mean, if she's 4 fucking years old and she just happens to still be 1,300 grams because she's been a off and on eater for you, like, you know, pair the damn snake and maybe you'll get 4 eggs. You know, I mean.
Yeah,
And she's still gonna put on 500-600 grams before she lays.
Yeah. So she ate for me again this week.
That's good.
So it's like when I couldn't get her on rats, man. For she probably didn't eat. This is a while ago for like 3 months.
Oh yeah, I've had them go longer than that.
Kidding me,
and
man.
not lose weight. You know, they're just
she's like hovering right there. I'm like,
yeah.
What's going on? Like, you're just chilling at like 1,100 grams. Like,
yep. Just. Yeah,
she put on the weight quick. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck, I'm pairing her, man, just to justify my head. So, yeah, we got some.
No, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, like I said, you know, if she's of age, like, dude, yeah, go for it. Because it was funny. The same exact thing. I think it was Billy's stream that same night, or you know, because he's talked about it a couple times, I think, since even. But yeah, I had a calico that was at like 1,100 grams. She's over 3 years old, almost 4 years old, like. She's just been a slow grower. Same thing, you know. She'll either go 2 months without eating, or it's like I'll eat once every 3 weeks. You know, like she was just never consistent, and never big meals or any of that. Anyways, so I paired her to an inchy male that I have, just because I was like, hey, you know what? Like I like all this inchy calico stuff that's coming out. You know, inchy chocolate calicos and all that. So she's a pastel calico. So pastel inchy calicos. We'll see what happens. Dude, first pairing, she has not missed a meal since then. And I'm talking like front of the tub after 4 days. Like she wants to go twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, ready to freaking rip me open.
Oh,
like
damn,
ready to eat. So yeah, man, it definitely, you know, if they're ready, they'll go, and you'll see it in the behavior. It's crazy.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I think it's crazy, man. Like even like the pastel inchy, like that kind of like that snake is freaking gorgeous.
She's so pretty.
You know.
Yeah,
it is.
The first time I saw calico, I was like, why does everybody not have this? Like, I don't hear enough people talk about it, and we still don't. I think.
Yeah.
People just, I think we've talked about it. You know, a lot of people just don't talk that much about like the old school, you know, incomplete dominant stuff or codoms. I guess calico doesn't really have a super as far as we're aware.
Yeah, people want to get in those double and triple recessives and stuff, man. Yeah. And hey, I don't blame them. That's what I want to do. So.
Absolutely. Well, you know, that's the direction everybody's kind of going in, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But again, I think, you know, I've said it before, I think that there's still a lot to be said about using supers, or, you know, using codoms and going for supers and just treating everything as a, you know, a visual hat. And, and I think there's a lot of stuff that you can do with that, you know, super GHIs and just, you know, crazy stuff like that being used as if, you know, as recessives.
Yeah, it's crazy to say GHI because I have a GHI het pied, and I asked my daughter because she has a Mojave, right? Mm-hmm. She's 10. We got her.
GHIs.
Yeah, so I said, hey, you know, what do you want to pair? Because your Mojave girl, is going to be up to weight. You know, you want to breed her and stuff. She's like, yeah. So what do you want to breed her with? And she didn't know what to make. You know what I mean? So I'm like, hey, I showed her some GHI. Like I was going through. She's like, what's that? Like, oh, that's a GHI Mojave. She's like, can we make that? I'm like, good if you want to.
Yeah.
So, but it's the only pairing that hasn't locked. And I'm like, ah. So
how old is the boy?
How old is he? He's like a year. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you know,
he's
never bred for you before.
What's that?
And he's never bred for you before.
Nah.
Okay. Yeah. He may just be figuring it out.
Yeah.
And I mean, they both are realistically. So.
I'll keep trying, man. I'll keep throwing them in. But it's crazy. Like they're like opposite sides. It's like a high school. I mean, like a middle school dance.
Like middle school dance.
The wall, like, I want nothing to do with it. You know, music playing. They're not dancing.
That's too funny, man. Yeah, you missed in the tubs at all, and like, you know, I'm sure you're doing that all that stuff.
I have never had to do any of the tricks.
Yeah,
I throw them in. I don't know what happens.
Yeah. I never have either. I mean, you know, not that I've done a lot, but I mean, that male that I have that I got from Justin he's just a freaking machine. Like dude, within an hour, every female I've ever put him with, within an hour, he's locked. There's no questions about it. Like he's getting it done, and then he's on there for like 2 days. Like
Damn.
he's not like in there for overnight, and then I pull him in the morning. Like it's a couple days. If he locks up, he don't let go. So
He's
we'll
getting
see.
it done. He's getting it
I
up
guess.
in there.
I guess, man.
Oh man, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude. So anyways, we got up to which female? What did we end off on? The Trojan het pied. So you bred her to, you said just a
regular pied.
regular pied. Okay, I thought that's what you said.
First
For some
timer
reason, I thought
too.
there was another gene. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
So I got a normal like Passet albino, but I put my Motley clown to that normal to try to prove out.
So so regardless of what happens,
where the
that's
Motley's
awesome.
coming. And then I have a Champagne Fire that she's the one who laid the eggs that I messed up last year.
Yeah.
I didn't breed her yet, and I got that spot nose to the Motley clown. And what else do I got? Oh, I put my Motley clown to the Super Pastel as well, trying to prove that just I want to make sure it's either Motley
well, and
or
if
not
that's
Motley.
just a super pastel, then that will kind of clear up like what happened with that first pairing, as to like whether there's some fire in there or what the hell else you've got going on.
So yeah, we got some stuff going on, and I have some right around the corner, man. I got like G Stripe. I got a pastel butterhead clown girl.
Okay.
I got a Super Inchi girl. I want to pair my Super Inchi with my Super Pastel Sapphire.
Love the freaking
Yeah.
Inchi stuff. What's up with Sapphire?
Dude, Sapphire is crazy, man. It's crazy.
I'm not familiar with that.
You want me to go get him?
Yeah.
All right, let me go get him.
Yeah, I need to see this.
Be right back, guys.
Because I was going to say, I'm about to Google it if not. I'm really interested to see this. All right, Lily, I hear you. What's up, Dylan? Sal. Jeremy. Really? Yeah, Jeremy, it's funny. I was just going to ask you if you had heard of Sapphire. I figured you had, and curious to see this. What's up, everybody? I appreciate y'all being here, man. I look down and there's freaking 20 people in here. I can't believe it. Y'all are freaking awesome. Corey. I hear you on that, man. You won't be chilling long. All those freaking big snakes you got. Okay, Jerome was talking about Sapphire too.
Hold on.
I hear you, Elliot.
I was trying to read, man, while I was...
Oh, no, you're good, dude. What's up, Kayla?
Hey there, buddy. All right. He's a little feisty. This is...
Dude.
Yeah, this is... And then you can tell Sapphire by the... Shit, how am I doing this? By the tail, too. There's like a stripe on that tail.
Okay.
But he's crazy, man.
And so this is a super pastel Sapphire?
Yep. Yeah, I talked to Trig.
That's crazy looking.
Trig kind of confirmed everything. And who I got it from and stuff. He's like, all right, yeah,
Really
I know all that.
wild.
Yeah, he's cool looking, man. He's cool.
Jeremy, are you seeing this? That thing's crazy.
Easy, buddy. Yeah, he's cool as shit, man. He's super cool.
So it is that obviously it being a super pastel, I know that's where it's getting a lot of that color from and all that, but it is does it also have a color?
It's more of a pattern. It's more pattern.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just a crazy pattern, like the neck and the tail.
Because even just
between.
the pattern's nuts. I mean, that was the first thing that I saw. It's almost like a trick on steroids or like a hurricane. You know, not to keep saying that like, oh, everything looks like a fucking hurricane and everything looks like a fucking trick, but you know, like there's some similar markings there in terms of like what it was doing to the alien heads across the top, but like it's taken those like kind of swirls and stuff that you'd get on the alien heads and literally like stretching them across the back.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
It's like its neck is all stretched out, Then there's like a tail part, like on the dorsal.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, it's real. That's real crazy looking, man. Because I haven't looked at like just a super pastel in a long time, but I mean I know they're basically just like a bright yellow and black snake. It's just high contrast.
So I figured like a freaking pastel inchy sapphire.
Yeah, it's got to be crazy.
Name. So the inchy
Hmm.
might clean it up a little bit, but like keep the craziness. So we'll see. I don't know. I ain't afraid to like try shit. So whatever.
Yeah, that's really, really interesting. I can't find anything. Well, there's nothing on World of Ball Pythons, at least, that says like who produced the first one or anything. But
What, the first sapphire?
yeah, but you know that's on World of Ball Pythons, so there's.
Yeah,
I know a lot of their stuff's not up to date.
So where I I should know the uh, I should know the background a little more, like off the top of my head.
Oh,
But I
here we
can
go. Lesser. There's a lesser sapphire listed on Morph Market. That looks freaking crazy.
like I even forget the guys.
This thing's
in my
not
town.
cheap either.
I got lucky, man. There was one night I was in when Brandon was still morphed of a different color.
Yeah.
Right, I'm in one of his lives, and I'm on Morph Market, and it like, you go to like most recent, you go in, and it's like the third one. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like, super pastel sapphire. I'm like, I never even heard of sapphire. So of course I
Yeah.
look it up. There's like 2 or 3 on Morph
Yeah, because
Market.
there's only 6 listed right now,
Yeah. So
and
I
that's
put
on
in
all of Morph Market.
I put in the chat like, what do you guys know about sapphire? And Oodles,
Yeah.
he texts me. He's like, hey man, if you can get into sapphire, he's like, I would do it. So I was like, oh shit, like, I'm like, oh screw it. I contacted the guy. I said I'm thinking about it, blah blah blah. He gets back to me and says, I have like 7, 8 other people in line. Like,
Yeah.
like if you can't pay full price, like let me know. I'm like, no, and I already sent him another message saying, if he's there, I want him. So
Yeah. Yeah,
So
because
got a
I'm
good price.
looking at males. I mean, they're not a super. It's not a super cheap gene, but they're pretty, man. And there's not that many have been sold. Even there's only 21 sold listings.
Yeah. So here's the backstory. Matt Thompson.
Yeah, because
discovered the
that's the pictures that I saw on World of Ball Pythons, but I wasn't sure if that
Matt
was who
Thompson?
the. Yeah, I didn't know for sure that's who they were saying created it, but those were his photos.
So he discovered the original sapphire as a bush baby. He raised it and bred it to a Congo pastel. It proved out.
Okay.
Matt soon went through a divorce, and I got the project.
Oh wow.
There have been about 9 clutches produced. I know it was crossed crossed in with pinstripes, but nothing else yet that I know of.
Okay.
So, but then Trigg, I want to say Frank Trigg. Oh my God, Frank Trigg's a fighter. But Trigg Reptiles, I reached out to him and we
Yeah.
talked and stuff. And he's like, because he produced one that looked just like that because he's trying to produce a super sapphire.
Yeah.
And I think he did. But the one I'm like shit, that looks identical as mine. He's like, yeah, it's a super pastel sapphire.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah, man,
That's a
it's
hell of an
crazy.
animal, man. I'm really
Yeah.
curious to see how that works out with Enchi in it, especially.
I know, man.
Should be
I'm
pretty
pumped.
cool.
So,
I love
as long as
Enchi,
I don't
man.
screw it up, I think I'll be good.
Nah, you'll get it figured out, man.
Yeah, I think
You'll
so.
figure it
Too.
out.
And this guy's name was it's Will something. Trig asked me about that. I forget his name. It's Will. I forget what it is. I don't know. It's Will something. I should know
Okay.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's wild.
Yeah,
Well, that's exciting, man.
pretty
So
cool.
you finally kind of got it figured out. It sounds like as far as incubation and all that. So, what did that entail? Like, what did your incubator setup look like there at the end? I guess is what I was trying to get at.
Well, I haven't. I've only produced 1 egg that I put in an incubator.
Okay, so
So
where did
I let the
this
mom-
clutch come from?
It was my Motley clutch that was maternally incubated.
Oh,
Except-
okay, you maternally. Okay,
Yeah,
got
'cause
it.
I
got
was
it,
like,
got
I'm
it.
messing
Okay,
everything
you
up.
mentioned that, and then I got it.
I messed everything up. So I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, no.
Mama knows best. I'm gonna let her sit on the eggs, whatever. And
Yeah.
it's crazy. But I pulled one was a rollout, so I took that rollout, put it in an incubator, and it's It is different. Like, it's crazy how different it was for that one egg, because that was the first egg out, because it was the most ready, because it was the most stable temps and stuff.
Yeah.
Compared to the mom, you know, maternally incubated them. So definitely, if you're going to maternally incubate, don't go by the normal, you know, cut it day 55, whatever, 52. Let them go. I would say like up to 70, and then maybe, you know, take her off. And I would have an incubator ready.
I have heard that. That is a really good point, and because I probably wouldn't have even really thought about it, you know. Yeah. But I do that. That does make a lot of sense. If I was going to do that, I would probably just. Mom knows. I mean, you know, you're already saying mom knows best in terms of temps and all that. You know, you might as well, like, obviously she's gonna know when they're hatched out, because they're gonna be breathing.
And it's crazy when you look at the like, you watch the eggs and stuff. You know, you pull, you know, just checking and stuff.
Sure, yeah, just to kind of see.
The eggs look terrible.
Really?
They look. Oh my god, yeah, because they're all squished and stuff, and they're just like there's constant like pressure, you know, on them. Yeah. So they don't look great. But
that's interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, because I know that I've seen people talk about doing it on YouTube, but I don't know that. I mean, maybe I just haven't like gone back to look to see like all the updates, you know, because I don't know that anybody's really done a lot of documentation on it. Like, I know it's been done where people are like, oh yeah, I'm doing it, and like, here's the female, like they'll kind of show her.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I've actually gotten like a good look at the eggs as it's happening. But that does make sense.
Yeah, man, it's the eggs, one of the.
What's up, Antoine?
Oh, is he in here?
Yeah, he just popped in.
Oh, great.
Oh, not much. We're basically just telling Chad to eat a dick the whole time.
I don't know if we got any. Did we get any?
You know what? I don't think we did. If we did, I didn't see it.
I don't think we. I mean, early on there was, but not lately.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's not. It doesn't look like one of Billy's chats down there. I can tell you that.
Yeah, because I'm not in there.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, I guess that does normally. You know, anytime it's just people wait for you to say something in the chat, and then the second that you do, then it's
I get jumped on.
Fair game,
dude. Like Billy's last live, I forget what he said. Something like, I started and Austin finishes it off.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it was like the way that he said it too. It was hilarious.
Chad looks like he sleeps with a nightcap. No, so I had I was out for a little walk over, and it's freezing here, so I put my hat on, and then I got like. It's like quarter of. I'm like, I saw this hat on, and then this is what it looks like. Otherwise, watch. Look, this is like I'm not going to be sitting here like this. Look at this. It's actually not that bad. You can't see it, but I like the hat. I'm cold.
You just got the hat hair. That's all.
Yeah. So hat's going back on. I'm going to rob somebody.
Yeah, no, meanwhile, everybody's like, normally I've got like my Slayer hat on. Normally everybody's asking me, where's your Slayer hat? It's part of your brand. I'm like, well, unfortunately, I don't work at a fucking bar anymore, so I can't wear a Slayer hat 7 days a week.
Do you have a jean jacket with the patches on too that say Slayer?
No, I'm not.
How old are you, anyways?
A metal kid. I'm 32.
Damn. All right, dude, you look like you're 13.
I know. I know.
I mean, I would never like. You could probably go.
You can't see that. You can't see all the gray hairs on
Do you
camera.
Have grays?
They're there. I promise. I'm getting pretty gray.
Dude, I got grays in my beard, man. But just look at his patchy ass beard. Look at that.
Oh, dude, trust me. If you want to see a patchy, rough beard, man, go look at my first YouTube video I posted on here. It was mid-COVID, and I had just like totally let myself go. Just like,
dude, I gotta check it out.
Really trying to let it grow in, but dude, I just don't grow a good beard. I just don't. It's not good.
This is probably the longest I've ever had a beard. I think it's just pure laziness. Straight up.
No, that's literally what it started out as, and then it just like. Then it was just like, well, fuck it. I'm the only person that's got to look at this ugly shit. And then, then I started my channel, and I was like, holy cow! Like now, I really have to look at it because I'm like seeing what other people see when they look at me, and it's not good.
Hey, speaking of YouTube, what were you telling me to do? I still don't understand.
You need to change you need to get a custom URL. And you know what I realized, because I think I forgot that you had to do it this way. Yeah. I think you have to make a banner first, so that's probably why the instructions I gave you to set that up were not like it wasn't probably still probably wasn't showing you the option.
Yeah, I don't even know what's a banner.
So like
Dude, I know nothing.
Yeah, no. You're totally good. You're totally good. It's literally like when you go to Miguel's channel or whatever, or like anybody's channel on YouTube on your phone, like that picture at the top, not their picture that's in the circle, but the picture above that's their banner. For whatever reason, I guess YouTube, like, it's just another like step towards just like legitimizing your channel, I guess, as like a real deal. And then they'll like basically cover you to have your own URL for it. So that, it could just be like youtube.com/Richie's Recessives instead of what it is now, which is like youtube.com/ like your bullshit.
Like
bunch of letters and numbers and crap. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, Antoine, I sent him instructions on how to do it, but like I said, I didn't realize that he had to make a banner first. I only found that out because on Bradley and I's Connected by Creatures podcast channel, we just hit 100 subs. And Bradley told me that we had to do the banner first, so I didn't even know. Bradley had to tell me. I completely forgot about it.
I have no idea. But like, I remember my first couple YouTube videos. It's like they had the black stuff on the side.
Yeah.
And so Antoine had to like walk me, like literally had to walk me through to do this. I
forgot. He told me that. Yes, I forgot that this came up on y'all's live together. I was laughing my ass off.
I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, first you got to turn your fucking camera. So there's me like filming. I'm like, oh shit. And then I did one.
You're that guy.
The whole video is sideways, like 7 seconds in, it's sideways. Because I'm like, I'm not editing. I'm not doing any of that shit.
No.
I'm just going, man. Just doing it like an idiot. That's all right though. See, like my shit now.
See, there you go. Antoine's got you. Antoine's gonna let you. He's gonna let you know how to fix the banner and get you a nice one set up and all that.
It's gonna take like a whole Sunday to.
What you know? What that's what I was gonna say, Antoine. You might as well just have him send you his login and password for his YouTube channel, and you can just do it yourself.
Jesus, I know I'm terrible. I don't know what's going on.
No, it's all good, man. And the thing is like everybody's doing YouTube now, and I love it. Like I say everybody. I wish more people would do it honestly, because there's I really enjoy it and get a kick out of it. But not everybody has to do that shit. And like it doesn't have to be like a main thing for everyone to exist. And like you have to post every week and this that and the other. Like I think it's great. I think it helps. In terms of, when you've got babies to produce, like, I think it's going to be good for that. And plus, I just think it's good for documentation for yourself to look back on later,
Yeah. I think that's key to, like, Instagram and, like, if you want to sell snakes.
Yes.
Like, all right, go look at this. This is what I did. Take pictures of, I take pictures of my locks and stuff or my pairings. And,
like, me too.
Just to keep like, all right, when did this happen? Because maybe I wrote it down.
I've done it.
I lost it or something.
Yes.
Boom, I have it in my phone.
Yes, I have done that exact thing. To like, I was like, shit. When did I get this clutch? Like, when? Yeah. What was the first day I put them in the incubator? I don't remember. Like, same thing. Like, I know I have it written down somewhere, but I don't freaking know where it's at. And so I literally have referenced back to my channel. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I posted the video this day, and I made reference to like Sunday or something. So I just checked the date. But yeah, it's good for that kind of shit, man. And it's just, it's even as briefly as I've been doing it, there's still stuff I look back on already, and I'm like just laughing at myself, like, oh, you fucking idiot, what were you doing?
I can't even watch mine. I don't even watch mine. I do one take, kind of, and I go. I don't even watch it.
I only watch mine in the sense that I have to edit them, and so as I'm editing, like, dude, by the time I'm done with that, I don't want to hear my own voice. I don't know how you guys do it, listening to me on here. I'm serious.
Oh, I know it is. I'm trying to mute you and just read your lips. I can't even do it.
Just talk to the guys in the chat. You leave me out of it, man.
How many clutches are you going to get this year, or you want to?
It kind of depends, It kind of depends because. I mean, realistically, man, like after this girl, I probably not very many. Like probably like 2. I might get 2 this year instead. I got 1 last year. I think I might get 2 this year, and that's mainly because. So I've got this one girl that she should be good to go. Like she what should have been the fucking final lock. Like I'm hoping was just this last week. I've been thinking she was going to go for months and months. She's been building, man. And she's got good sized follicles now. Just put the male in again just to make sure the deal is done. Anyways, so she's going to go, and that's my Fire Yellow Belly Spot Nose Het Ultra Male. Bred to a Mojave Ultra Male. So, Mojave Fire Yellow Belly Spot Nose Ultra Males.
Fingers crossed, man.
Yeah, like crazy shit. It's like 1 in 64 odds or something like that on like the biggest combo.
Oh yeah.
So it's exciting for sure. I mean, if I hit a third of that, like that's like I said, that's already going to be a male that I can use next year. So that's exciting.
Hell yeah. It's crazy. You're probably wishing for a male.
Yeah, I mean, I want females obviously because I want females so that I can start working all those genes into my ultra clown stuff and my ultra krypton stuff. Because I want that spot nose in there. But then I've also got my other female, actually the first female I got from Justin. Actually, I think it was the first snake I got from Justin. It's a pastel leopard het ultra male. Wow, nice. And she did not go for me this year. She reabsorbed, which I think was my fault. I stopped. I thought same thing. I thought she was good to go, just like that other girl, because she had been building for so long, and I just felt like, okay, and she's done.
Yeah.
And then she reabsorbed and never went. So it depends, because she still has not started eating again. And that's been, dude, when she reabsorbed was like I still check her every day because I'm like, shit, she might just fucking give me eggs out of nowhere. I don't fucking know, I don't think she will, but that's anything can happen at this point. Yeah, so I'm like, whatever. But yeah, she still has not eaten in like the last 4 or 5 months, I think, maybe. It's probably not been that long. Probably 4 months though, at least.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that she's gonna, go back on food and I can start, pairing her again. Because roughly, like if I think about it this way, like I probably kicked her body into that cycle of, okay, I'm breeding, I'm gonna lay eggs, and so she's off of food for that same reason. Yeah. So I'm hoping that like she'll still be able to go like 7 months after when she would have laid. If I base it on when I thought she should have laid her eggs, and because like Billy says, about 7 months as long as they get up to weight. So she's still got good weight on her, but I'm not going to breed her unless she starts eating again, obviously. Yeah. But I may start breeding her, and maybe she'll kick into food again.
Who knows?
So we'll see. I'll probably start breeding her this year. But that'll be later in the year. So that'll be nice though, because it'll be a little bit of a split.
Yeah.
And that'll give me time to just kind of play around with and raise up the babies that I want to keep from this girl, and hopefully sell some of those, because I think they're going to be pretty expensive. So I'm like, it's that moment where you start getting nervous, like, fuck, do I have this kind of clientele built up?
I know, right? Well, like you said though, like all the work you do, like here and Instagram and stuff, like it's like this is who I am, like because I think the biggest deterrent for me to like from buying from people was like I don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like you go to a show and you see like hat stuff and like,
man,
there's no chance I'm buying.
Nope.
I don't know them.
No. Because that's something I started saying earlier about this guy Dreamweaver. I'm like, I don't know this fucking guy. I know this snake is beautiful, but it's not just a het. It's a fucking triple het. Now, granted, one of them is pretty visual. It's obviously a Krypton. That's there's no doubt about it. But then same thing. I'm like, I'm not super familiar with Krypton. What the hell does a leopard Krypton even fucking look like? So I can even verify it visually with my eyes. So, my first move was, okay, this guy's, before I even reached out to him to talk to him about the snake, I looked him up on Facebook, the actual person, apart from his business page. Yeah. And then I reached out to the mutual friends that we had. So, like, Alyssa from Full Throttle knew him. He's friends with Kabilka. He's friends with Miguel, and so I'm like, okay, some of those are people that, like, might, accept anybody, like a lot of us just accept people we don't really know. But anyways, I reached out to Alyssa, and she just happened to be the first one to text me back, and she's like, "Oh, dude," she's like, "He's fucking great," blah blah blah. Like, she has, I think he's who she got her Wookiee stuff from. He's big into Wookiee, and this, that, and the other. And I had seen his logo before, so maybe it set me at ease. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people I wouldn't have even gone that far for.
Yeah.
Because there's some stuff that gets listed on Morph Market sometimes, like het ultramel stuff and just like other shit. I'm like, yeah, you could not pay me to raise that snake up for 3 years to roll the dice that it's actually a het.
Yeah, for real.
Like, there's like some puzzle stuff on there.
What's that?
There's some puzzle stuff on there that's listed, that's like $1,000 cheaper than anything else that you see, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah. Too good to be true. Because it's not true.
Way too shady.
Yeah, man. Dude, so what do you think about Wookiee?
I like it. I think it's neat, man. I really liked, I don't. Again, it's one of those. I feel like I'm a broken record, but I always like the stuff. Anytime Justin highlights something, it's because it's like it's finally worth showing. Because I do think that like the more basic combos I've seen it in, like they don't blow me away. But I loved like the Wookiee clown stuff he was showing. I for me the biggest thing I noticed was how there's like that gray wash to the belly. Mm-hmm. Like almost like silver. I really liked that aspect of it more than I think anything else.
So is it I mean, Justin said it's like that, and was it allelic with chocolate?
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
really interesting because because then there was because people were saying, is it just chocolate? And I'm like, no,
Yeah, I know.
it's not.
Right?
I know they look a little similar, but like it's been worked with enough already in the same combos that chocolate has been worked into, and the supers look totally different. And
Yeah, I just
so,
I like that Justin like takes the time to actually like prove stuff out like that, man. I think it's super cool. You know?
Yeah, and it is twofold in the sense that because he and I talked about this when I was when I met him at Arlington, um, about how he's like, everybody thinks that I have all this stuff that I'm being secretive about, and that like I'm hiding things, and like I'm breeding them like crazy to jack the prices up, so that, like that, like what's his face did with the banana ball python, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you there's 5 of these in the world when I've got racks upon racks of them at home, like,
Yeah.
Justin's not pulling that shit. Justin is just literally like, hey, there's no point in me putting out a video showing you this gene that I'm working with if I literally, first of all, don't have any to sell you, because then why am I even talking about it? My phone's gonna melt the second I mention it with people wanting to buy them, and I don't have them to sell. So there's no point in even talking to you about the project yet. And he's saying until he announces it, it's because he's not like happy with where it's at yet. He's not going to announce Wookiee way, way early on and really dive deep into it to describe it if it's like he's almost trying to sell you on it, like convince you that, oh, it's going to be cool. Like, no, he's going to wait until it's like, bam, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, look at it. Like,
right.
This is what
and it's like, like some 3 or 4 gene combo, but it's like the right 3 or 4 gene combo.
Totally agree.
So yeah, no, it's really smart, man. He's a super smart guy. And I got a lot of respect for him. Like anybody that's ever actually like had a one-on-one conversation with that dude, yeah, it's like painfully obvious why he's as successful as he is.
Yeah, he's smart, man.
Because
it's another reason why I think I like the breeding and the morphs and stuff like that, because like, and it lines up with jiu-jitsu, man, because like there are nerds, straight up nerds in jiu-jitsu, because there are different paths you can take, and you learn that, and it's like there's so many different offshoots you can do. Like it's very similar, man. It's very similar, except that
everybody's like personality brings a different strength to it.
Yeah, and you can't you can't just go from like 0 to 100. You got to put time in. You got to put time. No, jiu-jitsu is a little bit different. That it's high speed chess.
Yeah,
and your life is on the line. You better be patient, man. Ball pythons, you got to be patient, because like you can't make the snakes go faster. Like, oh, hurry up and get up to weight. And
you can try. And that's the thing. I think Billy's talked about it. A lot. Like you people will tell you there's ways you can cheat and there's corners you can cut, and you think that you can for a minute until you try, and then it's gonna fucking bite you in the ass. Because eventually all that stuff it causes you failure somewhere down the line, whether that's whether it's early on or eventually, because whether it's your care is not not what it needs to be, and people find out about it, you end up with damn sick animals and whatever, like all that shit eventually comes out, man.
It does.
And same thing, like that's one nice thing about like the internet and all as much access as we have, man. It's hard as fuck these days, and getting harder all the time to be like a shady motherfucker in this business.
Yeah, thank God. God. Yeah, I dealt with that a little bit like early on, like when I first got on Instagram with people selling like black bellies and shit, like and being associated kind of like around those people. I'm like, yeah, this sucks, man. I don't even want to be. Yeah, I backed off. I'm like, I'm really like a lot more.
Nobody wants to be a part of like a. Yeah, nobody wants to be a part of like what seems like a scummy crowd of folks, man.
Yep.
Shady.
Yeah, it was weird, man. It's just weirdness. Plus, like,
I mean,
you have your hunches, and like you need to listen to your hunches, man. Like, especially like with people, when you deal with people,
Yeah.
You need to.
Oh yeah. yeah, man, there's one guy that I bought from in the dwarf and super dwarf retic community that I knew the fucking day I bought those animals that I fucking got a weird vibe from the dude, but like he threw out some names of some other people that were very legitimate that I did know, and kind of leaned on those names, and as a result I kind of I didn't listen to my gut, and I fucking should have. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
Because I spent a lot more money than I would have. I would have never given this dude a nickel.
Yes, I know. It's funny. Like I sold a bunch of males and like one or two females. I wasn't interested in using anymore to someone. Dude, the next month I see this guy, not with my snakes, but I see him like at a show, like selling all this stuff. I'm like, man, this fucking dude. He's like, and you can do that. I don't care if you just like flipping sell. Like,
yeah, there's a place in the market for all kinds, man, and I just think there's a right and a wrong way to do it.
Yeah, just like,
I'll just say that.
Jesus.
And own it too, like don't be sneaky about it.
Yeah. Yeah, like this is what I do. I got this from this person and I got it cheap. I'm gonna sell it here. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But most of the time it doesn't happen. But whatever. I think though, like getting your circle of people that you trust, and maybe go outside that circle of those people that they trust.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about as far as you should really go.
Exactly. Just like what I was saying about buying from this dude. Like I'm like, okay, like our networks have some crossover. Well, let me bridge that gap, and then then we'll be cool.
Yep.
Because I mean, like, dude, once I heard from like two different people that like this guy's legit, I'm like, cool, that's all I need to know. And then like called him up and talked to him the same way that I talked to you or anybody else. Like there's no further real explanation even needed. At that point, the deal was done.
You tell him to eat a dick too?
Yes, always.
Gotcha. Like, hey, I know it's the first time we're talking, but hey, just let's get out of the way. It's like a first date, first kiss.
Right.
Eat a dick.
Just right up front.
Huh?
I need you to understand.
That's
Chad
great.
said.
What's going on here?
Yeah, the comments are going off. I don't know what's going on down there.
I don't know. Corey, is he like 12? Corey, you don't drink because you're not of age.
I don't drink for some reason.
Because you can't drive. Boom. What else you got? Man. So, what else is going on?
I can't tell what the hell's going on down there. Anyways.
Yeah, right.
No, so me, man, like I said, I'm finally, at the point where I've got some animals I'm going to sell. I think Mindy and Tom are actually going to pick up 2 out of my 6 babies.
Oh, nice.
I've got a third one, which is the only male, that I was like kind of debating on keeping, because it's a male trick, and so I was like, okay, in a couple years I can make super trick ultra males, breed him back to one of his sisters. But then I'm like, that's it's doing an inbreeding thing, and I'm cool with that, like to an extent, but it's like given the option to do something else, I would. Keep plus that's raising a male for over 2 years just because. Mindy and Tom, they just commented. So they're gonna get those 2 babies, which is great. The male that I was debating on keeping, I ended up I'm gonna trade it for another double het ultra clown female. So just building up that ultra clown game, man. I've already got my male for it. He's a beautiful pastel clown het ultra male from Marshall Mendez. So it's gonna be things are gonna be pretty crazy around here in a couple of years.
Dude, I should pull my Ultramel I got out.
Yeah, let's see it.
Ultramel?
I mean, if you got it handy.
Oh, I got it handy. I'll be right back.
Oh man, somebody take a clip of that. I need that audio.
Easy, big boy.
For personal reasons. Chad's a male trick. That sounds about right. Oh man, does anybody have any questions you guys want me to ask him when he gets back? Anybody got anything to say to him besides EAD? I haven't seen too much of that down in the chat, by the way. I'm a little disappointed. I gotta be honest. Sal. Oh man, see, I freaking knew the chat was gonna be good tonight.
Wait, hold on. Ready? See it?
Okay.
Oh!
Oh, cute. Oh man, that's pretty.
Where is he?
That's a really good example. Yeah, that's super bright.
So he's 66% het clown,
I love it.
percent het pied. So I'll be proving some things out with him.
That's awesome,
You know,
man.
with him and some girls. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
mostly for him though.
What? So what percentage het did you say he was?
66% het clown.
Clown and pied?
50% het pied.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, that would, dude. If he proves out, that's gonna be nuts.
Oh my God! I hit the jackpot, man. You
Who
know?
did you get that one from?
I got him from. I always mess it up, man. Damn. Oh, he's gonna kill me.
Nah, you're good, man.
Oh my God! No, he's from Maryland too. Oh my God! Name some guys. Oh my God!
I don't
what is
know.
his name? This is terrible.
Because I couldn't tell you who I got a few of my snakes from, man. That's just how it goes sometimes.
Let me do this. I know where I can.
I'm just
find
curious because I'm really curious who's working towards or maybe I guess maybe they are maybe they aren't working towards ultra clown pods.
So, cold-blooded morphs. He's
Mark
a
Cole?
Maryland guy.
Antoine said
Mark
Cole. I don't
Cole.
know if that's what he's talking about.
Mark Cole.
Okay.
Super awesome guy, man, and he's deaf.
Really? Okay. See, I wonder if he knows Jose then, because I know
He
Jose
does.
was talking. Okay, yeah. Because you know what? I think he was. He might have been in my live that night. Because I was gonna say that I do remember that. I do remember that name. That's right. Yes, he was there. That's awesome. Okay. I didn't. Why did I not know that he was in Ultramel then? I swear, for somebody they call Master Ultramel, I'm the worst at being able to keep up with who all else is working in the fucking project.
He has a bunch of triple and double het stuff and visuals and all, like, it's crazy. Yeah, Mark Cole. He's
I was gonna say,
dude.
Antoine. I remember seeing his name down in the chat now. Because I think he's cold blooded on YouTube as well.
Yeah, not cold, Cole.
Yeah, Cole. Yeah.
Because I messed that up too.
Yeah,
So
either that or I saw him on the Facebook comments. But either way, I definitely know he was there for the chat.
So that was a cool day. I got this guy because I met him, and then Bane of My Exotics, Brian.
Yeah.
He lives in that area. So
Okay.
I drove over, met him and his wife. I was at his house. He showed me. He was building his freaking, like, he built like a huge shed out back.
Yeah.
It's a rat shed and like a little workshop on the other side. It's ridiculous. I'm like,
That's
you built
awesome.
this? He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude,
No big deal.
I can't even take a tire off sometimes in my car.
Those are the
freaking-
people that I get a kick out of. You know, are the people that like are just so underground. Like, but then you show up at their place and they've got like just a badass setup like that. That's
Dude,
freaking
it's
cool.
ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. I'm like, dude, this
Yeah,
is
'cause
sick, man. It's
Marshall,
just like-
that's a crazy animal. Yeah, I just saw Antoine said he's got an Ultramel cryptic pied.
He's got.
Dude, I
some
wonder
really
if it's legit cryptic or if which if it is, I would assume it's probably from Billy, or if it's actually a Krypton, because that would be, to me, would be almost more exciting. I don't know. I don't really have a preference as to working cryptic on its own or working it with clown.
Dude, I am so confused about the cryptic and Krypton stuff. Like,
It's
you
just-
could
it's just
explain it
an
100
allelic.
ways. What's that?
It's just an allelic recessive, but if you just think of a recessive as a normal trait, like a normal gene, like a codon, it's no different than, like, what is it, Enchi and chocolate or allelic, or
okay.
any of those other allelic combos. It's no different. It's the same exact thing. So if you breed a if you breed that Krypton that I'm getting, right? When I breed my visual clown male, the cool thing about Krypton is that it's going to I'm going to get nothing but clowns and more Kryptons.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only thing that I can possibly get.
Yeah.
Because the one animal on one side is a visual clown, right? So obviously 100% of the animals that come from the clutch are going to be just from him 100% het clown. So one side of clown for everybody. Then the female being Krypton, because they're allelic, it can only pass on one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to pass on one or the other because it acts basically like a recessive in that way. So for all the babies that it passes on the het clown to, well, now you've got two parts clown, so you're going to be a visual clown. Or she can pass on the het cryptic. And when you get het cryptic with the het clown from the male, you get Kryptons. So that's why so in other words, you only can get visuals now.
Kryptons, yep.
Which is fucking cool. To me, that's where I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like if you've got a cryptic, you can prove stuff out, to be all if you need to prove out het clown it's crazy. So it's more exciting to me just because it's like now instead of having to like have only het clowns, it's like, well, yeah, it's a het clown, but it's also this badass visual trait now. It's not just like a, you know what I mean? I just feel like it just adds something else.
Yeah.
And especially awesome. for the price point right now, I think it's really good. So I think it's exciting, and we don't see too many allelic combos in terms of recessive stuff. So yeah, I think it's gonna be freaking cool. But yeah, that's fucking crazy. A freaking cryptic pied ultramel. I don't even want to know what he paid for that.
Shane's in here.
Speaking of people that are moving out of California to the East Coast, Mr. Smalltown.
Shane, we're doing a pick a number, Shane. We're doing a raffle. We're doing a giveaway, Shane. Pick a number. So we were in Chino's live on Friday night. So he's like, you know what? Maybe I should do a giveaway. Yeah, eat a dick, buddy. EAD. So small D right there. So Chino's like, you know what? We should do a giveaway. So it was a het G-stripe het pied.
Oh wow.
Or het clown. I don't know what it was. But it was double.
That's right. I forgot. Antoine's moving too. Shit.
Where's Antoine moving?
Everybody's trying to get the hell out of California.
My God, I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's coming to the East Coast. Yeah, Antoine he's been talking about moving to North Carolina. I assume that's what his plan still is, so he won't be far from me.
Man, oh man. Yeah, tell us what state, Antoine. You have to change your name to Low Swamp Python.
He'll be Hillbilly Python.
Yeah, Hillbilly. Oh my God. CPT Pythons, North Carolina.
Yeah, man, that's what I thought. But he's gonna be on I think the coast. So.
Well, what's Everglades? Bridget saying toast. You want to do a giveaway? I'm toast. She's my avocado. I'm her toast.
Oh, okay.
I'll put up a 2020. What? I don't know. How does that work?
I don't know. So Chino was talking about doing a giveaway.
Sorry. Yeah.
No. You're good. I was just bringing it back around because I want to hear what you were.
He's like, let's do a giveaway. We're like, all right. So we picked a number between 1 and 60 people. I picked a number between 1 and 60. I wrote it down, blah, blah, blah. And people are just... So now the chat's blowing up, though.
Right.
So I guess it starts lagging and, people's, what... I might have my phone is different from your phone. I had,
shit. So there's no way to confirm.
Yeah, so on mine, I forget who it was, Morph Minded or something like that. It came up 13. I'm like, oh, boom, we got a winner. But now these numbers keep coming in. I'm like, guys, stop.
Man.
Boom, the numbers keep coming in. And Shane's like, hey, I said 13 first. I'm like, dude, on mine, I don't know. So I felt bad. So it was a huge lag because people were just typing numbers.
Dude.
So it was coming in crazy. So then we had to change it a little bit. So I changed it to states. Because then he did 2 more giveaways. He did three snake. He gave away 3 snakes.
Holy cow.
Yeah, on a Friday night live.
That's amazing, man.
Live for 4.5 hours. It was nuts.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's intense. I didn't know anything about that. When was this?
This was Friday. I think it was Friday.
Yeah, man. I don't know why what is it that I'm usually... Oh, because I have my lives on fucking Fridays. I was going to say, I'm usually doing something that prevents me from seeing his lives. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it was pretty damn cool. I was never part of something like that. But the amount, the scroll, it was
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I've seen how even what I was in Garrett's live earlier. Like dude, when he asks like, oh, like he was doing a thing, like he's doing a thing now. Like every episode they name a snake in his collection.
Oh,
and
man.
so he's like, all right, guys, like give me the names that you think, and then like then he's like, all right, vote on which one you want, and it's just, dude, it's just fucking just buzzing.
It blows up. So it's coming in all laggy and stuff. So yeah,
That's
I felt bad, but I'm like, hey, the rules are like on my phone. It's like
we're right, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, cause sorry, like even if I'm wrong, this is what I'm seeing. Like this is what I can verify. So it is what it is. I did
feel bad, but it was cool, man. It was super cool.
Yeah, the stuff like that's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I stuff like that's tough. I'm not gonna lie though, man. I'm debating a little bit on doing a giveaway. I haven't decided, because I kind of want to be that guy that's like, oh, I pride myself on like never having done, but who really fucking cares? First of all, like because I don't care about the numbers either, but like I do think that I guess it's important to some extent, right? Like just in terms of like, again, just offering some more legitimacy to me and just adding some growth to, I guess, my channel and the algorithm and shit like that. I'll appreciate it. But yeah, I was debating on giving away. I've got a normal het ultra male female.
Female?
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. That's because
crazy,
I wouldn't do like a small one. Like I'm about to hit 800 followers probably within the next couple days on Instagram. Mm-hmm. It would probably have to be like 1,000 subs on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm at 300 right now. So like if I could, if it could push me to 1,000 subs on YouTube and get me some traction on there, on that front, I think it'd be worthwhile. Because at least then I'd be closer to getting monetized.
Dude, put it up, man. Because who's gonna see that? Billy's gonna see that shit, and then you'll be up to like 3,000 in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, blink my eyes.
Fucking shit blows up, man.
Yeah, you're right. We'll see.
Oh no, I don't know where Bridget went.
Antoine said, "I'll just buy her from you." let's be honest that and that's because that's the thing. Like I say like, oh, it'd be cool to get monetized on YouTube. It's not like I'm gonna make any money off that. It's like even people that that do have like 10,000 subs, they're not making a lot of money on YouTube. So I'd be better off to just sell her. But yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? What's this giveaway?
Yeah. Let's see. I haven't even actually I'm not even actually doing a giveaway yet. People are already asking.
No. So Bridget's saying maybe do one on here for one of her snakes.
Oh shit!
I think that's how I interpret it.
Where the fuck is that? I'm trying to keep up with Reed.
It's up. Oh, it's up, baby. 10:17.
Well, I can't see the timestamps because I'm looking at the comments on here. I'll go back through and watch it, or if they want to clarify.
Let me send you a pic. Hang on, Toast.
Oh, here I got it. I can look through here. I forgot. Oh yeah, that's why, because it's way back in the comments. You said 10:17.
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago. I got these gnats flying all over the damn place.
Dude, that shit's the fucking worst.
It is, man. I'll be laying here like in bed, and like one will like go in my eye or up my nose. I get so mad. I get so mad. Oh.
Do you get the little fucking fruit flies and shit for your snakes?
Yeah, it's from. Yeah. I think it's from the cocoa.
Yeah. I've noticed it. I've noticed it more with that. I pretty well knocked them out. It's like they come in waves, man. Like I almost feel like they literally come in on the cocoa sometimes, because I'm like I'll have clean snakes, like everything will be clean as fuck, and they'll be all of a sudden I have them, and then they're gone in a week, and they're they don't come back. It's just
I think mine get into sinks and stuff. Then like they've inhabited here. It's
it's brutal. Yeah, I got those. I ended up just using the same things we use at the bar because the bar flies. It's the same shit. Mm-hmm. But they're just those. I think they're like, it's called no pest strips or whatever.
Okay.
Just a little plastic thing with like a yellow chemical inside of it.
Yeah.
Like a yellow bar. Yeah. I do those things, knock them right out. Like literally even at the bar that I worked at. I mean, obviously it's a bar. Like there's beer everywhere on the floor. There's beer in all the sinks. Like no matter how good we clean, like you're gonna have fucking bar flies. Yeah. Dude, I bought 2 of those for a huge bar. That bar was probably 3,000 square feet.
Huh.
And yeah, dude, knocked them out. And I mean, that it was a serious problem, like to the point I thought I was gonna make them not open because it was getting that bad. Because I'm like, dude, I'm not serving people drinks that got flies in them and shit.
Dude, I know, like these
when they're getting in liquor bottles and stuff, I'm like, this is unsanitary.
Yeah.
But yeah, those pest strips knock them out literally overnight.
That's awesome.
No, barfly is not a figure of speech. It's actually a thing. Yeah.
So barfly, they used to call me
most,
that.
And you know your service industry if you're willing to go to another bar and just if there's a fly in it, you just don't even care. You just drink it 'cause you're like, fuck it.
It's like a badge of honor.
It's just kind of part of it. Yeah, you're like, fuck it. Like, I've been in this industry this long. Like, you know, like you've probably swallowed more while you're running around trying to make drinks and fast than you will in drinking your shots. So
dude, Antoine's in there. So ask him about hairs when he's rolling jiu-jitsu. It's nasty. Dude, I will tap out. I will stop.
Yeah.
Mid whatever if there's a hair in my mouth.
I couldn't do it.
Oh.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but yeah, definitely can't do that.
Oh.
God, I didn't even think about that part of it.
It's nasty because you'll be. I mean, you're down there too. Like sometimes and like.
Yeah.
And there's like you don't even want to look. You don't even want to look. But when you have
I think I'm a little bit too germophobic for all that.
You're too clean. Yeah, it's like at one point, some people came up to me and were like, "Dude, when are you gonna get a new gi?" I'm like, "Why?" Like, because it's like yellow. Your gi is yellow. I'm like, well, it's not yellow everywhere, but like, I'm like, yeah, like it's kind of yellow. I do need a new gi. It don't matter. Like, you can't wash it. You can't wash your stuff in with anything else because it attaches. Like the funk attaches to other clothes.
I can only imagine. Yeah, I don't know if I could deal with all that.
Look at this. What's Lily's talking about? Teachers, baby. There's some teachers in here. Lily's a teacher. Bridget's a teacher. I know Antoine, he teaches, you know.
Yeah, in his own way.
His own weird way.
All right, I'm waiting on Dylan to get back to me.
What?
Exactly
Someone
what
puked in my mouth when we were grappling.
Oh, shit.
My God. That's disgusting. Yeah, that's pretty disgusting.
I'm trying to get some clarification from Dylan. We might be doing something interesting here in a second. I'm about to find out.
Oh, mama. All right, so Bridget sent me a picture. Wow. Oh, whoa.
And your response was, oh, mama.
Dude. All right. Holy shit. Yeah, Bridget, I'll take it. Forget it. No, we're not doing no giveaway.
Well, I think we are doing a giveaway.
Hold on. I'm trying to get it on here.
Oh, shit.
Let me see if I can just... Boom.
All right, so pick a number.
Dude, it's a Coral Glow male, Coral Glow Inchy Spot Nose, 66% Het Clown.
Dude, Dylan, all right. Dylan wants to do a giveaway right now.
Okay.
The only caveat, so we got 20 people in here right now. Dylan wants to do a giveaway right now. I'm waiting on him to give me details, but what we're gonna do is a giveaway. It's a male. So 1.0 red jeans, 66% pos het hypo. It is a male, but red jean pos het hypo. Like if it proves out, if you got some hypo stuff to work with, like that'd be a nice.
Red jean with hypo?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hell, I've got a pastel orange ghost in my racks that, like, dude, that'd be killer. So, yeah, if somebody's got, like, a snake like that sitting around and they wanted to prove them out, that'd be freaking killer. Yeah, for sure, Dylan. Well, dude, what the hell? I'm so not used to this. This is, like, weird. So.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. I wish... Can you guys see
that's freaking killer, Dylan. So, if you just literally want me to shout out, like, right now, ask people for a number. I haven't given anybody a range yet, so don't start throwing numbers in the chat yet. I just want to clarify with Dylan. You just want me to, again, I'll say, pick a number between 1 and whatever here in a second. And
dude, I would suggest doing a state, and they have to spell out the state, so it slows down the, as they
and
come
the
in.
state?
That's what I would do personally, because numbers, people are going to be killing the numbers, and it's really hard to
and Yeah, because I can, and I'll tell you, I can go off of the StreamYard thing because that's going to give me a timestamp with stuff, but even that is not going to be 100% up to date. So I'm going to have to go off of probably whatever I see first on my screen. Or I could do it on my phone and then I'll take a screenshot so we can clarify it. But Dylan, let me know if you're cool with that. So what was Bridget putting up? I'm trying to, and that's I need to understand exactly what we have going on. Are we doing 2 giveaways right now?
It sounds like you are.
Inchy spot nose.
Inchy spot nose, 66% head clown male.
That's fucking crazy. You guys are fucking nuts.
That is ridiculous.
I mean, if we're just giving away 2 snakes right now, this is just, it seems too easy for 19 people. That's like, those are some serious animals. Like the reason I'm saying that is because, like, if you guys would rather, like, we can take this second, take a deep breath, and put together like a bigger stream, and I can get all you guys in on it, and we can do it that way. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, we could do a second stream, like, you know what I mean? I'm happy to give them away right now. They're you guys' animals. I just want to clarify that, like, and I'm good with that too, just because, like, I love supporting the people that literally just showed up tonight and not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with that aspect of it. I actually almost like that better. Like, hey, you should have been there. There was 19 people in here, and we gave away 2 fucking snakes.
Hold on.
Sorry, I know I'm, like, talking a lot, guys.
No, man.
I love it. And both of those males are nuts.
Yeah.
And Dylan has an episode actually coming up too. All right, do it now. I love it. If Corey wants, I want parental consent though.
What's that?
All right.
Where's about Corey parental consent?
Dylan said, do it now. Better odds. If Corey wins, I want parental consent though. All right. Okay. So let's do shit. I guess Bridget's first. She threw hers down first, right?
Yeah.
All right, so what we're gonna do, let's do a number between, let's just say 1 and 50.
All right, dude, I'm telling you, do the stakes.
Don't call out the numbers yet. I haven't. I want to get a thing on my phone ready to go.
You put in there go, and then they.
Yeah.
You want to message me the number so we can.
Yeah, so that we got proof on both ends.
Antoine, stop putting shit in there yet. We didn't do it yet.
You fucking assholes. I haven't told you guys shit.
So winner pays shipping, though. The winner pays shipping. So don't put a number in if you're not going to be paying shipping.
Yes, to clarify, both animals as far as I'm aware. I know at least on Dylan's, he's not covering shipping. I can't imagine that Bridget is either, so don't take advantage of these guys, all right? All right, so I got Google pulled up to just do a number like generator thing for me.
Yeah.
See. All right. So, and I'm gonna set it to 1 through 50, and I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna text you right now what the number is. We're gonna go 1 through 50. Anything you guys type down in there right now doesn't matter. So, I want to see for the first answer that I see to count, the first person that selects the number correctly. You need to have your state in there, the state that you live in, and a number between 1 and 50. But after I say go, I'm going to type it down in the comments. But let me text Chad the number.
All right, so what do they have to do?
Just type in their state and the number that they're guessing, a number between 1 and 50. But but not until after I tell them to guess. I'm going to type it, like say go or whatever in the chat.
I got you. So what I did, I just had a state that I wrote down, and they had to just write it in.
Oh, would you like just any state?
Yeah, so I wrote down the state.
Oh, you did a state and a state and a number?
Just the state because there's 50 states.
Oh, a state. Oh, duh, that makes sense.
So it's easier. Idiot. So it slows down
I see what you're saying. As opposed to just typing in numbers takes literally 2 fucking seconds. I thought you were saying like you just to add some words. That makes even better sense. All right, let's do that then. A random state out of the 50 U.S. states. Puerto Rico. Fuck off. Sorry. Yeah. I love you.
So send me the state though.
All right, so state then. I apologize, guys. Yep. Sorry for the confusion. It's my first one of these, and I was totally not prepared. This is not the way that I planned for any of this.
Teach special ed.
I know, man. I'm not that smart. I know you guys think otherwise sometimes, but I just talk good. Let's go. This is interesting because you could technically get more than one guess in. And then we just got to keep going until I say, hey,
you can with the number, too.
I know,
but
still.
Numbers are too easy to type in.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So I like this idea. All right, I just messaged you. Did you get it?
All right. Hold on, let me see. Yes, and I'm screenshotting it.
All right, so I sent the message. He's got a screenshot to prove the state that I selected. And go ahead with your guesses. This is going to be interesting. And this is for Dylan's red gene het hypo, by the way. Sorry, guys.
Okay, Dylan's first.
Nope. Bam. Somebody got it.
You see it?
Yep.
Who do you got?
Tom.
Tom
Rockholm.
Dwarf, South Dakota, baby.
Tom and Mindy.
All right, stop putting it in. Corey, you lost. You're too slow. He had North Dakota, and I was like, ooh.
I know, I saw it. I almost said somebody's close, but I was like, no, I'm going to give it away. That's freaking great, man.
Fuck Canada. Just kidding.
And then Mindy goes South Carolina. It's close, too. Either way, you guys were going to have it. That's freaking great. Hell yeah.
Screenshot that shit, too.
Okay, so perfect. Yeah. So you got timestamps on everything. Awesome. Yep. That was fucking exciting.
So that was for what again? What was
that was for Dylan's. It's a male red gene het hypo.
Oh man, that's sick.
And I don't remember if Mindy and Tom have any hypo in their collection yet. I mean, not that it would matter because even just having the red gene would be great. Just as a base, which obviously he's a red gene pos het hypo. Excuse me, I apologize. It's 66% het, right? Let me double check.
Hey,
I think that's what it said. Yeah, 66% het. But yeah, still.
Shit. It just had the red gene, man. Shit.
Oh, see? Yeah, Mindy, perfect. They have ghosts. That's awesome. So that's fucking great.
This is crazy, man. Thank you a lot. Like,
dude, Dylan, I'm like speechless. In case you can't tell, and I'm never speechless. That's why I was just like, guys, I don't know what to do with my hands. Are we giving stuff away? Because it seems a little like.
Dude, it's nuts. Like people like just freaking generous, man. And Bridget, man, she's awesome.
Like I can't thank him enough. Like even just me personally, like because there's no like he has nothing to gain from giving away a snake on my stream. So like, dude, like, wow, that's because he and just Dylan always supports like everything that I do. Like literally, like if I'm a guest on something or if it's something that I'm hosting, like he's always in the chat and not just me. Like he supports everybody. So. That's wild. I can't freaking wait. So I started to say earlier, he's on my live this Friday with Bradley. He's our guest for this week, so that's fucking huge.
So I was thinking before we do Bridget's giveaway, I'll give away the D real quick. So
okay, we're gonna get booted from YouTube, but it's worth it. We'll all get to see it for a second at least.
We need like an EAD in there like every 20 minutes or so. So
yeah, there you go. Go.
Get people's attention. All right, so.
Oh man.
All right, Bridget, yeah, we're good, man. We're good.
All right, so again, to clarify, for both these animals, obviously Tom and Mindy, you guys know you're going to pay shipping, and that's it for the snake from Dylan, which is just fucking crazy. So same thing though. This snake you will obviously have to cover for shipping. I don't want to. Please, guys, I don't want to hear anything about somebody not like following through on their end or whatever. I don't want it to get kicked back to me that like we got to pick a second winner or something weird. I know that's not going to be an issue with Mindy and Tom. I'm just putting it out there. I feel like it needs to be said. Yeah, I really will. I'll block you from my channel. You'll never be able to hear me talk again. I think that's about all I can really do.
I know, right?
But yeah. All right, so remind me again because I keep forgetting. I'm just so overwhelmed. This is.
I'll put it up. Hold on.
All right, so it's a Coral Glow Inchy, and it's another 66% possible.
Coral glow inchy spot
Oh,
nose.
I totally forgot you guys already had a freaking snake coming from Dylan.
66%.
Dude, this snake is nuts. I would love to have had either of these snakes. So this is amazing. Coral glow inchy spot nose, and that's a beautiful animal.
Hell yeah, it
Look
is.
at that. And it's Posset Clown.
Yeah. Like,
holy shit, man.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts.
Holy wow.
I mean, you put that to a clown, like,
dude.
Look at, I mean, even
if it doesn't prove, that's an amazing combo. Yeah.
The heads are like, would be nuts. You know?
That's amazing.
Yeah. Bridget, you're awesome. You're the best.
Bridget, seriously, thank you. Like, and again, just, I've said it before, like every time we do these lives, like I love that it's like almost always like the same, just kind of small group of friends, and it just, everybody just shows out and shows so much support. And I just, like I said, I'm like, yeah, I'm like super overwhelmed. You guys know I don't normally like trip over my words and shit and like get real wrapped up, but yeah, this is fucking crazy.
It is, man.
So thank you guys for doing this stuff. This is absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to talk about this later. I'm so fucking stoked. All right, Bridget. Well, if you're ready, I'm gonna go ahead and I will text. I'll text Chad another state.
Just do the same state.
Yeah, why not? I had to like look at you for a second and make sure. I'm like, is he this?
Dude,
he's not. He's not that fucking.
That's how
stupid.
we teach. That's how online teaching is right now. You give the kids the answers, and they're still like, huh?
Dude, I believe it, man. I believe it.
Man.
I believe it. I mean, I'm ADD as fuck, and like, you know, I came up in a generation where we're basically all ADD as fuck because, you know, we're just overstimulated from birth. But like these kids coming up now, I'm like, holy hell, I am concerned for you.
For real, man. Like they're aloof. I don't know if they're ADHD. They're just aloof. Like I was ADHD, man. Fourth grade, I was running on. We're supposed to be like on the playground, and like me and like three other of my friends, we had to stay back and do this like studying for this game show thing that we were doing against the fifth graders. I'm like, this is bullshit. I want to be out on the playground. So I'm literally running on top of the desks because we had no supervision. And then my teacher walks by, like my one reading teacher was like, what? So yeah, like that was pretty hyper. Anyways, I'll stop talking. All right.
So, no, you're good. So first of all, before we give this, I'm gonna text you the state in a second. Dylan just hit me up. He's gonna be giving away a snake on Bradley and I's live as well on Friday. So,
damn.
If you happen to miss out on these two opportunities, you'll have a third chance, and we'll be posting more about that between now and Friday. So
Dylan is these balls.
Yes. By the way, yeah, I apologize. I should have been saying that from the get go. Dylan at D's balls, like it was so funny when it came up to have him on. I was like, hey, I've been kind of thinking about asking Dylan to come on, and Bradley was like, dude, that's literally who I was about to ask you. So just like, you know, same time we were kind of thinking about that, so it just worked out. He's a good dude, and same thing with you, man. Like like you're another one of those people, like you're always in every, you know, you're kind of everywhere, you know, it seems, which is just nice.
Yeah, it's cool
I love
being
jumping
live,
into
man.
chats and seeing you guys. Yeah, man, I just love, you know, I just always feel comfortable, you know, right away. Like I didn't always used to be as active in the chats and stuff, so it's cool because it's just like hanging out with friends, so it's good stuff.
It really is.
But yeah, let me
so
check that out on Friday night because that's going to be a hell of a live, I think. All right, let me get another state in mind, and all right, I was like, shit, did I just message that to the wrong person? give somebody the answer. All right, and let me go ahead and
I got it. Get ready to write some states in.
All right,
go, baby.
We're off. There it is. That was quick. Oh, That's gonna be. I didn't think about that. That's gonna be interesting.
I know. Oh man.
I didn't take that into account, and I'm sure that Bridget didn't either. Well, but we said they have to cover shipping.
What's up?
Well, we said they have to cover shipping.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's over, guys, by the way. Sorry. To clarify. The reason we were saying, because I just didn't think of this angle.
It was Nebraska.
Yeah, it was Nebraska. So, Kayla.
From the UK.
From the UK, yeah. Marble balls.
Balls.
No, yeah, everything's good. I was just like, oh shit, like that's the shipping's gonna be interesting. So if she is cool with paying the shipping, if she wants the animal, obviously like you guys can make that work. But I don't even know like how export is going right now and like how that's even gonna work, or if you've. I can cover it. It's going to Nebraska. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys work that out amongst yourselves then, I suppose.
Yeah, Everglades and
yeah.
And
y'all get together on that's freaking exciting though. I love that. This has been so much fun, and that's so crazy too because I'm sure everybody was like, what's wrong? What happened?
Yeah,
oh well, yeah, Bridget's down there. She's like, wait, what's going on? What's wrong? Dude, that's freaking killer though. That's such a nice snake. I'm so excited about that.
That is ridiculous, snake, right?
Oh, okay, Anna. Yeah. That's perfect. No, I didn't even think about that. That's absolutely perfect. That's great.
Wait, where does Anna live? Does Anna live in Nebraska?
I don't know. I'm assuming that she's not kidding. I don't remember what state Anna lives in.
No, I'm saying like how ironic if she lived in because she says
yeah. If so, that's insane. Because to be clear, like you could show the text. That was just the state that popped into my head.
That's nuts, man. It's I don't know. It's great. Like when you text that to me, I was about a half second away saying, "Oh, Cornhuskers."
Right?
Like just
it's super, dude. It's super. So she is literally in Nebraska. I knew she was somewhere up that direction. That's so fucking
insane,
weird,
man. That is
wow. What are the? I would love for somebody to calculate the odds on that.
Yeah, odds gods right there.
Like,
holy
dude,
shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Holy crap, that's so weird. That is so crazy. I love it. I mean, obviously, maybe that's like part of the reason why she would think to guess that state. You know, like somebody that lives there. But that's nuts.
That is amazing.
That still seems like just really crazy odds. Because the fact that I even picked that state to begin with is weird.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to think off the wall because I'm like, well, North Carolina. Antoine guessed that first both times.
And you didn't want him to win.
No, I shouldn't. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that guy doesn't need he doesn't need any more help. Yeah, I was going, like Midwest, just because I'm like, these are states I have never been to and never think about.
Nebraska, baby.
Never been to Nebraska. I've been to Ohio.
I've never been to Nebraska, too.
I know it's fucking cold.
Is it cold in Nebraska?
I think so. You like how I say that? I know it's fucking cold. They're like, oh, is it? Yeah, I actually don't know.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't actually know.
I have no idea. That's like I remember growing up watching the Cowboys play, and they had like the stadium with like the sun could come in, and sometimes it'd be snowing. I'm like, how is it snowing in Texas?
Right.
But, depending on where you're in Texas, man. It's like,
well, and that's it. It's the same thing. Yeah. I mean, California is a lot more obvious, but yeah, you definitely don't realize how far up Texas goes.
Yeah.
Texas is fucking gigantic. That's like when John Feely was on Snakes and the Fat Man. And he was like, oh, yeah, so, like, you're in Texas, so, like, your buddies with all those Texas Mafia guys, you guys all, like, live close to each other. And he's like, yeah, they live, like, 7 hours from me. Same state, but they're, like, 700 miles away, basically.
That could be 3 states around, like...
Yeah, literally, it is. It's, like, three plus states across. It's nuts.
That's nuts, man.
Texas is gigantic. It's so weird. It's also apparently, like, the next California, so I don't know. We'll see. I hope not.
Yeah, no, right? Yeah, congrats.
Holy shit.
Kayla.
Dude, this has been so much fun. Thank you guys so much for doing that. Like, I always appreciate everybody's support, and like I never ask anybody to like, I could never ask somebody to do something like that. So like the fact that just happened off of just like joking about giveaways and shit, that's amazing. So now I almost feel obligated to do one because you guys are doing them for me, like
I know, right?
I don't know. I'm gonna have like I said, I'll have to do, I want to make sure it's like a big deal, but like, yeah, fuck. This has been great. I'm so stoked. But yeah, everybody tune in on Friday again for Dylan's thing. But
what time
does anybody have any questions for Chad? I feel like we've been just like bullshitting for so much. Like there's just like I feel like there should be more stuff I should be asking.
No, man. Hey,
the conversation's just been good.
We're here to have fun, brother.
Oh, I do remember one thing I was going to ask you about because you were saying you had issues with incubation. Like, And again, like there's no judgment there because I had no idea if my shit was gonna work, and the only reason that mine it did work was because I was using the same incubator setup that a couple of other people were using, and so I had them to call, like Marshall Platts, has the same setup, and so he helped me correct the errors I was having because I was on track to cook my eggs.
Shit!
Because I didn't have a thermostat in. I didn't know I had eggs fucking coming, so the eggs come out, and I'm like, oh shit, I need to get this damn incubator set up, and because I like panicked and was like, didn't leave the eggs with the female, and like know what I mean, like I was just freaking out. So, yeah, my temp started creeping up because it uses an aquarium heater, and they have a thermostat built in, but they're not ever dead on, and it had climbed up to like 91 degrees.
Oh man!
Which probably would have been okay, maybe, but it's a lot warmer than.
Yeah, because inside the box it probably wasn't that.
No, it was 91 in the box.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, so like, I mean, I think you're good for like a day or two if it hits that, but you don't want them to stay there for very long. So yeah, thankfully it worked out fine. But
damn.
Yeah, he helped me out tremendously, like because I was having humidity issues and temperature issues, at first, and he helped me to get those corrected. I knew I needed a thermostat. I just. I think, I remember what it was. It was because of COVID, fucking Herbstats were sold out.
Oh, man.
So I had to, I was, running around with my hair on fire trying to find a thermostat that had waterproof probes.
Gotcha.
And I can't remember who it was.
What kind of incubator do you have?
I do the cooler.
That's I knew that. I knew that.
Yep. Yeah, so it's literally, it's got, 5 or 10 gallons of water in the bottom of it, so the humidity stays 100% all the time.
That's nuts. That's cool that you do that. How many can you fit in there?
Fuck, dude. Antoine, hell yeah. Absolutely, dude. We'll fucking start pushing these numbers up. And matter of fact, if you want, when we do that same stream, if everybody's fucking doing giveaways on my channel, let me figure out what a plan to put together, Antoine, and maybe I can return the favor and we can do some kind of either an announcement for mine, or I'll do a live giveaway for mine or something. We'll figure something out and we can put together. I just want to make sure I'm giving back to you guys, or again something with Dylan, or maybe I can get all you guys involved. I don't know.
Shit,
I'll think about it and try to put something together. Just so I can try to give back. I appreciate you guys, seriously.
So to answer a question from Cure Constrictors, I have a 4-year plan to hit some crazy G-stripe clown combos with the Motley and Special and stuff. So I'm weird. I write it out. I don't know where the hell I have it.
No, I like stuff like that, man. I feel like when you write it down, there's something a little bit more real about it.
Hell
and
yeah.
I know I really would like to do better about doing that myself.
So I don't call them projects. I call them operations.
Okay.
Just to be fucking not
pretentious.
Not to call them projects. I don't know. I call them operations. They're operations, man. Like fucking deep secret operation.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm going to pair my G stripe to my Firefly Motley clown to get some hopefully Firefly Motley double head G stripe clowns. And of course, I want to hit a female, like one female in there. But I'm going to hit, double heads anyway. So I want to hopefully have the Firefly in there in the Motley.
Yeah.
So hopefully get a female, hold her back. So then in end of 2024, I'm going to breathe some other stuff in there to hit, then eventually hit a special Firefly Motley G-stripe clown. So that's my a 4-year plan.
That's your long term.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
short, long term, because in this business we know 3 to 4 years is like nothing.
Yeah, because I haven't even paired the G stripe to the Firefly Motley Clown, so and I have to hit a female out of that, so
yeah,
it would take 4 years, but some other things have to go well, but I only need I don't have to hit crazy stuff, to then eventually put them together.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's the nice thing about the double recessive projects. They're so much quicker than when compared to the when you start talking about the triple recessives and just those crazy long odds and all that stuff.
And then to get codoms in there, you got to do it early, otherwise you got to start over.
And that's just it, right? And that's it's so funny to hear people saying that because it's what it just echoes the super dwarf market where people don't realize, like, if you don't start out with all these damn genes from the get-go and, like, really spend a shitload of money up front, or, like, you know, having spent a lot of time already to prep yourself with the right genes and the right snake, like, shit takes forever. It might take you 10 years to get, you know, even just the shot at maybe a visual.
I know, man. It's
nuts.
Yeah,
but it's exciting at the same time.
When Will Moreau was on Billy's, what's it called? His Discord.
Oh yeah. The Discord live that he did. Yeah, I'm not on a high enough tier to freaking get on those. I hate that.
Dude, it was.
I spend so much on Patreon already. It's hard.
You know how the chats are?
Yeah.
Like the chats just blow up. So Will's in there talking about like how to basically go about a triple recessive project.
Yeah.
And the chat stops for 10, 15 minutes. No one. They're just like,
everybody's
even me, I'm like
listening.
this. I'm like, just like listening. Like, this is fucking awesome. And
Yeah.
it's the chat. Like, I know some chat. I'm like, wait, is it frozen? No one said anything for like
That's
10,
so
15 minutes.
awesome.
I swear to God. And Billy talked about that, I think, the other night in his live. Like, it just stopped. Because it would, like, the information was so, you know, you hear stuff and you're like, all right, get to the point. Everything was a point.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and the thing is that's how Will is, man. The more that I've listened to any content from him, that's the way he is about everything. And it's not because, like, he's a very smart guy, first of all.
Yeah.
So, like, he's just got that about him no matter what he's talking about, but especially when it's related to business. Like, he's just very, you can just tell. He's well thought. But it's also because, like, he has planned that shit out already, like maybe on paper, or, you know, whatever his process is. He's thought through every fucking angle and avenue of that shit, and he's working the plan, you know.
Yep.
And just like what we were talking about before about, like, nerdy minds, man. You know, not to say that Will's like a nerdy person, but, like, he's clearly got really nerdy about his plan for the way that he's doing shit, and he's literally just like boom, 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 and he's just executing at this point, and he's crushing it. He's already, like, obviously, I mean, people know he's not, like, by any means, like, a small name in the hobby. But dude, I'm really, really excited to see where that dude's going to be in like 5 to 10 years. He's going to be on the fucking map.
He's already like 5 years ahead of a lot of people, because like those, it's almost like, I think of like it's almost like exponential.
Yes.
Like with the triple recessives and double recessives, like you can't just like year 1, year 2, like you gotta. It's kind of like a little bit longer than that, you know.
Yep, it's a long game, but then once you're there, it's so fucking hard for anybody to catch up to you.
Yeah, because they said about adding the codoms. Like, if you don't add the codoms, you got to kind of start
you
all
literally
over.
left them back. You left them back 3 years. You left those back 3 years ago. You forgot all about them and left them behind, and they're not catching up.
You got to
without having to start
man.
all the way back over. And that's what people don't understand, because, like, you know, bringing it to like the super dwarf stuff. So everybody wants Garrett to make pied super dwarfs, and he's like, okay, yeah, me fucking too. But you guys understand, it's a brand new recessive. So at the very, like, to start out and to get it into high percentage super dwarfs, I got to start with a pure super dwarf male, go into a pied female at the very least, right? Neither of which are cheap animals, and there's only so many of them out there. And then he's like, you still only barely have a super dwarf, and you don't even have a visual yet. You're 5 years in. So if, let's say the pied was a mainland, you're 3 years in, and all you got is hats. Now you got to wait minimum 3 years, but potentially 5 years on super dwarves for that next round of females to be ready.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then you're still breeding het to het. So like that's you're 8 fucking years in, and all you have is the base visual recessive. So that's where it comes into play of having, like you're saying, to explain, just to break it down for people that didn't hear that talk and have an understanding as to why it takes so long. If you leave those codoms on the table up front, you ain't getting them back on the back end.
Yeah, you ain't.
There's literally no jumping ahead. It's so fucking crazy when you start.
You got to plan it out. Definitely.
Down. Yeah, man. I do. That's why I like people talk smack a little bit about people like using the genetic calculator and like calculator cowboys and this, that, and the other of like, oh, I'm gonna hit this and then I'll do this and I'll do this. That shit's important though, for you to just think through and have an understanding of like an inkling of an idea of a direction for your project.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I think everybody knows when you're doing those genetic calculations, like you're not going to hit the combo that you want necessarily. You can fucking hope,
Yeah.
but there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee I'm hitting a Mojave Fire Yellow Belly Spot Nose Ultramal. Like the odds are super fucking small, but also the odds are just as high as 63 other combinations that I might get.
Yeah.
So it's the same odds. It could happen, but it very easily could not. So it's just crazy to think about because just missing on the odds could put you behind another 3 to 5 years.
Yep. I just hate to make a mistake, not knowing, like making a mistake where if I would have wrote it down, if I would have been more organized.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to miss that way. I just want to miss because I didn't hit the odds.
Exactly. You don't want to miss because you didn't plan your project properly.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, it's super important, man.
Oh man.
There was one other question I think that Jeremy had asked. Jeremy from Cure, he was asking, I think, what other species interest you besides balls? I think is what it was. It was something along those lines. If
It's
it wasn't
weird. I like turtles, man. I think turtles are cool, like tortoises.
That's not weird at all. But what is weird is that I've said it before that every fucking live stream, turtles come up. Every live stream I fucking do. But I'm fine with that. It's just really interesting that there's so many of us snake people that like when posed with that question, that's where our brain goes. It's like fucking like red-eared sliders or like albino red-eared sliders or. And if you say red-eared sliders, I'm gonna really be.
No, it's like I like the tortoises. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Yeah.
Arch reptiles. They threw something up there. I think yesterday. It was like a little baby turtle. I'm like, this is cute, man. And the shell looks cool. Like
yeah.
Just the way they move and they eat.
Dude, there's a local shop. There's a local shop that sells sulcatas. And I'm like, I can't take, like, they're this big. I'm like, I'm not taking one of these things home. I can't do it. So they get huge.
Dude, and Sundays with Shaq. I don't know who does Sundays with Shaq.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's a tortoise.
Tortoise person, yeah. The only like turtle or tortoise person that I follow is Ken, and obviously like he does a little bit of everything. But that's kind of his main stuff is turtles and tortoises, and I fucking love them, man.
Oh shit, I forget who it is.
Because I know I saw on Kennan's channel there's a species of tortoise that stays like at its full grown. It's like 8 inches across, head to tail. They're real small, but they're apparently they're like super super rare and very expensive because they just haven't been bred. And the tortoises, we complain about 3 years to get a female up to size, and tortoises it's like 10-15 years minimum.
Yeah, they're like legit dinosaurs, man, and they live forever, like longer than us. Oh, yeah, somebody's
hyped up reptiles. Nava explained about how much he loves toes. You missed it.
Oh man, come on!
Oh, I love it. Hermans, yeah. There's there's Russian tortoises, but then there's like a specific relative of Russian tortoises that they stay even smaller than those. Like I said, I wish I could remember them off the top of my head, but there are some people working with them in the U.S. They're just again there's not very many, and I don't think that's something I would want to own. Where it's like you're responsible for the proliferation of this species. I'd be like, I'm good. Like, you guys get those things up to where like they're really just like everybody's got one, and I'll buy in. But
yeah, for real, I'll just buy them as a pet. I don't know about
elongated. I mean, I literally want something where I can have it like in a room in my house. Like I don't, because it gets cold in North Carolina. I don't want to have to do the indoor outdoor like weird crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like these are small enough where literally if you have like an 8x8 like a pool table size table, you can build an enclosure in your house that's that big, that's open air, and like they'll live on that for their whole lives and be happy.
That'd be sick.
And because I've seen them like tortoise tables. It's so cool to me. The idea that you have if in the center of my snake room, if it was big enough, if I could have literally a table that's open air that just is like this has like plants and shit growing in it, and there's just these little fucking dinosaurs. I mean, it would literally be like a play set, but with fucking tortoises and grass and shit. Yeah, I think that'd be amazing. So that's like my that's like a dream I have, that I'll have that in my house one day, and I definitely will, but it's a long ways off.
I love them.
So man. I'm glad you said tortoises. I fucking love tortoises.
I see other stuff and I'm just like, they're too
Well, I always try to think of the work involved in everything, you know? I feel like monitors are a lot of fucking work. You know, I think they're great, and I think they're super interesting in terms of like their intelligence, and like you can really see them thinking and processing. But man, do they just seem like it's a lot of maintenance, you know? And that's just a lot. I mean, not that I know tortoises, I'm sure, are, you know, that their own level of work in terms of like food prep and all that stuff, but you know, monitors, that's a lot of cleaning.
Yeah, I know Jason from Canadian Reptile Adventures, like he knows a lot of stuff about different types of reptiles, and I forget what he has exactly, but it's pretty cool, but like it's too much work for me, man. I got 3 kids. I don't even have a handle on my balls yet, you know, let alone bringing other species in. So
yeah, it's a lot, man. Because I see stuff occasionally. I'm like Rob Roush was trying to get me in on crested geckos. And I love crested geckos. I've wanted one for a long time, but I'm like, dude, I can't keep, you know, like I already keep retics and ball pythons. Like I can't branch out any more than I already am. I've got too many projects already going, you know, to like really try to stay focused. And then just the money side of it too. It's like, from an investment standpoint, eventually I do need these things to start paying me some money back. And like, I can't keep like, oh, I'll also buy, you know, like a crested gecko project and invest in that. You know, it'll spread you too thin really fast.
Yeah. Cause, I mean,
there's already. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying like you don't realize like you got to have like a savings for, you know, vet care. You know, when something goes wrong.
Yeah, I just had to deal with that, and it sucked.
You know, that can make a big dent, man. You don't want to like have to get out or start selling stuff to pay for like. So literally, for those that are kind of curious, my retic that got sick, that ultimately I ended up having to euthanize anyways because he was fucking cancer ridden. So I spent all this money for nothing. You know, the total for that, and this was cheap for the record, like considering, you know, what it could have been, like what I know some people have spent on vet bills. I spent about $1,000 in like 3 weeks. That fast, you know, and it still passed away.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's an animal that, like, you know, that animal potential, like the potential of his value is incalculable because I can't replace him because he was the only one in the world. You know, it's like over his lifetime, that snake could have made me hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know, and so you have to think, you know, again, when it's still an animal, and I was much more upset over just the loss of life, but.
Yeah, there's more
at
that goes
some point,
into
you know,
it.
When we're all spending the kind of money that we're all spending on our animals, I mean, we have to, at some point, kind of look at what these things are freaking costing us, you know. So yeah, absolutely, man, and that's something that doesn't get talked about nearly enough. Of like having, you know, not that, I mean, hell, there's studies that say most Americans don't have money for a $500 emergency, let alone you know, let alone trying to convince an entire hobby that, hey, you guys should probably have like $1,000 setting aside that you can access at any given point because you might get a snake that's sick. Like, it's probably not gonna ring home.
Don't spend it on something you really want. You have to save it for something that you might need. You know? It's
almost like the same approach you're supposed to take in normal life. You know, that's weird.
I know, man. That's
No, I appreciate you guys. I mean, you know, it was a loss, but it's all good. I'm doing just fine. We're powering through. And yes, Jeremy, I do want some colubers, man. What are your thoughts on colubers, Chad?
Dude, I'm just getting. I don't have many thoughts about other stuff other than
I figured as much.
The stuff I got. You know what I mean? Like
no, I get it. Like I said, I just figured I'd pose the question.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I think stuff is cool to look at, and it's like visually appealing.
But like, beyond that, you don't even let yourself chase those thoughts.
No, I can't because I can't. Like,
but that's good though. That's good that you're that focused. It's important
because I get so unfocused that I can't. Like I know, like I just got to a point now where I can go to a reptile show and not buy a snake.
Yeah, man, that's very hard early on, especially. Because as much as I know you're excited now about all of this stuff, like, dude, trust me. Yeah, early on, we're all just like, we want to
get the blinders on, man.
Yes. Yeah. I really don't get that itch often anymore, and you know, mostly it's just because I'm like, okay, does it fit with my project? Like now that I have a direction, that definitely helped. Like once I knew, like, okay, like I'm all in on this Ultramel stuff until that has paid off in some way to where I can then invest into some other aspects of things. But beyond that, like, I just got to understand, like, this is what I can buy right now. Like, I love Desert Ghost. I would love to have one. Does it work with my project? Not right now, you know?
Gotcha.
It just doesn't make sense. So, yeah, no, that's cool that you have that. And I think I see that a lot in people that are involved in the activities that you are, man. You know, the jiu-jitsu and all that stuff. Like, I know we keep bringing it up, but I really think that a lot of that stuff, man, breeds success in other areas of people's lives, just in the sense of the focus and the lessons that you learn from that shit.
Yeah, I gotta get this thing back to where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I've got mine's the same way. I fucked it up at work. I don't really need it for anything other than the fact that I need to get in the gym. I haven't been in the gym in years and years, and finally I was like, okay, cool. Like, I lost I lost over quarantine. I lost 23 pounds, and then since I stopped drinking, I lost another 5. So I'm down 20 pounds. Yeah, I'm like 155 pounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I just need to get back in the gym and actually get some muscle back, because I'm not like skinny or anything like that, you know, but I'm thinner than I've been in a very long time. I don't know what's up with my camera. It's driving me crazy.
like, is that me? There you go.
No, it's not. Anyways.
Wait, what?
Well, man, I think we're gonna freaking start trying to call this one. We've been going for a little over 2 hours, which is fucking great. I honestly wasn't sure how long we were gonna go for tonight. I gotta be up at about, I think, 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, get going, man, because I have a meeting tomorrow morning that it just hit me like probably about 5 minutes ago. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. Hell yeah.
And I think I need to invite someone, and I have to get the number to the sister of the.
So you still got work to do tonight to get that.
And I didn't realize it until I'm like, tomorrow's Thursday.
Shit.
Oh, crap. Yep.
I get it.
Yep.
Yeah. No, thank you guys so much again. I really have no words for everything that's happened tonight. Like, 2 giveaways out of nowhere. We got another giveaway coming up on Friday, again on YouTube, but it's not my channel. It'll be on the Connected by Creatures channel, Bradley and I's podcast channel. So check that out. Chad, again, thank you so much, man. Seriously, you are a freaking joy to talk to. You're always entertaining. And always good for a laugh in any comment section you arrive in. I think I said that on Facebook, and I meant every word of it, man. Everywhere you show up, it's always a good time. So I appreciate you, man.
I try. It's fun, man. It's fun. So yeah, I mean, this was blowing up here too. This chat it kept scrolling.
Yeah, it's been that. Yeah, it's been super active tonight, which is great. Like, it's rare for me to actually struggle to keep up with it, and tonight I was like having a hard time. So this has been good. I appreciate you, man. Thank you guys for being here. Everybody have a great night, and I will see you guys next week.